subtle, natural look. Control GX
Touch my
from
remote.
Just for Men.
There it is. Hopefully we'll have a nice relaxing game here, huh? I'm glad I don't really care who wins this one. So it'll be nice to just kick back and be like, whatever happens, happens. Get my stream on my phone so I can see the comments. Takes a minute.
Retire, Brady.
Yes, please. Please. Hey, we're back. What a long... I haven't seen you guys in 10 minutes. 10 whole minutes. Well, okay, so I'm 1-2 this weekend on picks because I got the Rams right. So I can go 500.
Yeah, I'm 2-1.
All right, let's do this. Bills and Chiefs. Let's kick back and relax in this one. My vocal cords would appreciate it.
Welcome to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Kansas City has won and will defer, but first
The Bills get the ball first.
Tracy Wolfson. Tracy, all yours.
Jim, the Bills cannot forget what took place here last year in the AFC Championship game, and we can't forget.
We're gonna have some wild ass championship games.
Out here on this field by himself, watching the Chiefs celebrate. We had a chance to speak with Diggs this week. He said he doesn't need a picture to relive that moment. He remembers it so well. It has motivated him throughout this season. Sean McDermott came back out onto the field that night and said to him, "Don't worry, we will be back." Back they are, and they're hoping it's the Chiefs.
Of course, they'd rather be playing this game in Buffalo.
Well done, Tracy. We'll never forget that.
Has a team ever beat another team 3 times in a season? Yes, the 2008 Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Ravens twice in the regular season in the AFC Championship.
More exciting weekend for the league.
That has happened. And the 49ers have a chance to do it next week. I know it's probably happened more than that, but the last one I remember was the Steelers beating the Ravens 3 times. Steelers have actually done that twice, I think. 08 and 2010 beat them in the regular season and the playoffs. I can't remember if they split in 2010 or not.
49ers will have an advantage anyway because they'll be playing the same schedule.
Yeah, home game for the 49ers next week. Just a lot further south than they're used to playing their home games.
Touchdown passes than incompletions last week.
More touchdowns and incompletions. That's always great.
The Bills did in week 5 here. That was the most that anyone put up against Kansas City this year. His postseason career, 10 touchdowns.
Now, when the Ravens beat the Steelers 3 times in 1 year, they were all close, of course. They were all really close games. Michael, bet big on your 49ers next week. Screen to Singletary. Makes Hitchens miss. Cuts up the middle. First down. Good first play.
For the last 5 weeks for the Bills, particularly rushing the football. That goes for 13 on the pass play. Here's the Bills offensive line. You talk to the folks at Kansas City, they'll tell you this matchup of this offensive line against the defensive front for the Chiefs might be the key matchup of all. Diggs, McKenzie, Singletary, Knox. Boy, he's put up some big performances. Had a touchdown here last year in the AFC title game.
That's impressive.
And they only went 11-6.
Last week against the Patriots.
Of course, they lost to the Bucks in overtime, the Bills.
Carried out by Singletary.
And Dawson Knox drops it. Wouldn't have got far anyway.
Cutting across the middle of the field.
I don't think.
He's done a really good job. He's a great athlete, and he's developed. And that's what's different this year than last. Right there, he's a major focal point in this game for this Chiefs defense.
Steve Spagnuolo's defense did not have a sack, did not have a takeaway in the first meeting with the Bills. It's the only time they were blank in both categories in a single game this season.
Yeah, but that guy 95 right there, he wasn't playing, Jim.
Here we go, Jim.
Disruptive. Last year he was in the backfield a ton. They're going to need him today to do the exact same thing.
Back over to Diggs.
I like the play call. Diggs almost broke Clark's ankles, but Clark still makes the tackle. I wish I was athletic enough to just cut and make somebody like
You can see
fall out from under themselves.
right energy in here. They had the game right before us with the Rams beat the Buccaneers, and this place was just erupting at each play. And you're like, it's going to be so loud in here today. I feel like Jim Nance is going to have to scream to get some.
Yes, understated. That is you. Okay, the Bills haven't punted in
3rd and 9.
4 games.
Have not punted in weeks. The Buffalo Bills are on a 3rd and 9,
Having to come out. Here's Allen.
and they're going to have to punt. Cole Beasley's 3 yards short of the first.
To Beasley, and it will be 4th and 2.
I dare you to go for it.
Pick up of 7.
I dare you.
Well, there's the first punt for Buffalo this postseason.
They're lining up. They're going for it.
They want to keep that streak.
Or maybe take the delay game. They might be doing that.
Sean McDermott,
It's 4th and 2.
4th and a long 2.
coaches, I think, disciple worked under Andy Reid before.
Are they just going to try to draw them off, or are they really going to do it?
They're not going to go for this.
I think they're going to do it. I mean,
I disagree. They're not doing it. No ball. Wow, they're actually doing it. And Allen's going to run it himself and get it. Damn, he was one stumble away from being gone.
Running behind Mitch Morris and others.
Open my window for a minute. I know it's cold as shit outside. Just
I don't love if you watch a lot of the linemen.
wow, Michael, you were saying go for it.
Left side,
Man, the Bills refuse to punt even when it makes sense.
You gotta think about it now. You are playing the
you know,
Chiefs.
it's just
Yeah.
Most teams playing the Chiefs at midfield are gonna say that's 2 yards. We have to sort of.
They remember how this game went last year.
they actually call those not just on 4th and 2, but throughout the game.
You saw Tyrann Mathieu. He came up limping a little bit after that play, but stays on the field.
Allen drops. Another short pass to Singletary, just like on the very first play.
Just like he did in the opening one. Tries to get past the defender, but Ward kind of holds his ground. It's a gain of 4. Let's take
I
a
should have trusted Romo's instincts when he was like, nah, they're definitely doing it.
Well, Allen's mobility, you just saw it. You got to do 2 things. One, you got to stop those design runs on key situational ball. 4th and 2, 3rd and short. And then the Chiefs defense, to blitz or not to blitz. Historically, they have blitzed Allen a bunch, and they've had some success with it. Most teams, they can't do that. We're going to find out today, though. I think Josh Allen has improved, and he sees the game better.
2nd and 6.
Singletary to the right. Gets through. First downs. Trying to stiff arm Hitchens to stay in bounds, but he gets the first.
Down again, Morris to center. Out in front, helping clear the
I
path
picked the
rush.
Bills to win this game.
And a Buffalo offense that has driven down the field for an opening drive touchdown the last 4 games and threatening to do so for effect.
Well, and you see Singletary, this is one of the biggest things is their development. Singletary has touched the ball now. Like he's hit 5 straight games with a touchdown, Jim. And this is a guy who had 6 touchdowns in his career before this. And he's showing it. I mean, you put the tape on, it's like, wow. Now I see why they're averaging over 30 rushes a game since week 15. And that's what you got to do at the end of the year when weather gets cold.
3 first downs to the 29.
Play action. Throws it underneath the Singletary. Singletary's getting a workout today. Damn, he's the acceleration.
Down on a gain of 16.
Chiefs are getting gassed here.
And how many times? Watch right here. Going to play fake, and Singletary's going to come up and go. But watch how quick Josh Allen scans the field and quickly right down underneath. That's one area where Mahomes and Allen have really developed, where teams play all the shell coverage. Deep safeties, Jim, early in their careers, they got all these big plays because they played 1 high safety. Now they play 2. You got to get it to the back.
Mahomes just watching. Matthew was also on the sideline. We said he was going to be.
It's a reverse to
The inside hand.
McKenzie. McKenzie, 1st and goal.
Another first down.
McKenzie tore up the Patriots both times. The last 2 times they played the Patriots.
He's really come on. as
He
a
tore 'em
season.
up.
He's got a unique role for them, and you see right there.
They're another team that's like crazy deep at receiver.
Ryan Dable.
Diggs, Sanders, Beasley, McKenzie, Davis. They're all really good. And Dawson Knox playing tight end. One of the best.
Kansas City 3.
It's just their time, I think. Bills are fucking. It's now or never.
To the right.
Maybe not never. They're still young. Josh Allen, what? Oh, I like the play call.
Trying to cross him up and find Diggs.
Because it was supposed to be a fake run.
Wide to the right to
But then he should have just kept it.
formation. But it was Diggs they were trying to get the play to.
Well, what they're going to do is it's a quarterback run, but he's going to fake like he's blocking and then go here. Josh has the ability to run it or fake, but
Run it.
I don't think there's anything there if he runs it.
Diggs didn't get off, which is
At least it wasn't intercepted.
by Ward there on the outside.
It's a second and goal.
Singletary.
That's through. It's a couple of tacklers. Got about
Third and goal at the 2.
third and goal from outside the one.
Go for it again if you don't get it.
You mentioned a couple of times that
If they're in fuck it mode, I don't mind.
injured.
Now Tyrann Mathieu got kicked in the back of the neck
Teammate, Jeremy
and hit in the head.
He's in the blue tent right now. So now you got third and goal. We'll spot it at the 2. Getting here, converting on a key 4th and 2 at the 50.
Who has the ball? Allen. That was a really late keep, and he gets stuffed. I think they'll go for it.
That was a weird pass.
They're not even hesitating. They're definitely going for it. He was just trying to wait until the last possible second. But all that did was let the defense crash down on both of them.
Sean McDermott told us just last night, field goals, if you settle for them, it's not going to win us the game.
Exactly.
So he's going for it again. A second
I think
goal of the
anything
day, so the
midfield
opening
or better
drive
is
from just
4th and
outside.
goal, just short of the 1. I like Allen here to keep it and jump over the top, Cam Newton style. He's going to toss it, and Singletary's going to run it in. Touchdown on 4th down.
And a Buffalo touchdown on the opening drive.
Calling a hell of a game so far, the Bills.
To come out and be that efficient, 2 4th downs, and they showed you a little bit of everything. The design, Andy Reid's
I like it.
asking for a hold there at the end.
Everybody's always asking for a hold when they get beat on a run play.
With the block to help seal that side for Singletary to score yet again.
I mean, they got outside, they ran it inside, and I don't think
Singletary's been hot lately, too.
There's no hold there, maybe a little bit. He was too far away from it.
Now pass out for the extra point. Didn't miss in the regular season.
Almost halfway through the first, and the Chiefs haven't even had the ball yet. They're down by 7.
It's straight down the middle. Singletary with 41 total yards, and he's now scored in the 6th.
What version of the Chiefs are we getting? Are we getting the turnover, accident-prone, bumbling Chiefs, or are we getting the 5 straight touchdown drives, unstoppable fucking monsters? I know the Bills. I wish the Bills still had Tre'Davious White because, he tore his ACL. It's a damn shame they don't have Tre'Davious White. Oh, damn. It's funny. I keep getting emails from Indeed because it wants to, show me job opportunities. And every time I get one, I'm like, I want to look at it so I never have to go to that fucking office again. But then I realize, it'd just be another shitty job I wouldn't want to go to. So I might as well just keep going to the office. How much you said you make an hour?
Make 160 a day.
Oh, well, that's pretty good.
JK.
Go ahead and put Matthew Stafford in the Hall of Fame for not choking there. He did his damn job today. Fucking Cam Akers bum ass putting the ball on the ground. Skip in all caps just now. If only Brady could play defense too. 4 takeaways. If only Brady could play defense.
If only TJ Watt could play offense. I guess that'd be my saying, right?
Somebody get Shannon Sharp his Diet Mountain Dew.
Giving us a spark.
Chiefs defense, Chris Jones and Melvin Ingram are about to throw hands.
Remarks being exchanged between those
Tyrann
two.
Matthews walking. That's not a good start when your defense is fighting on the sideline and one of your best playmakers on defense is going to the locker room. Not ideal, Kansas City.
The best team in the league in the first quarter this year, first and third quarters, they came out of the locker room this season and dictated on a consistent basis, and they do it to start tonight. Here's the kick, short one, bounces on one hop, it's picked up by Primo. Primo looking for a blocker, and he gets to the what would have been the touchback line of the 25. Patrick Mahomes. Well, most all-time career regular and post numbers over 300 yards passing per game. Second all-time to Aaron Rodgers touchdown to pick ratio, but it was last week a 5-touchdown in an 11-minute span that got the game out of reach in a hurry against the Steelers. After a little bit of a slow start, the Chiefs the first 3 series. McKinnon, the running back, what a boost he gave them last week. 2 tight end set to start it. It's McKinnon.
And a 4, if only the Chiefs would actually decide to commit to running the ball.
Running back
Let's be honest, they're just not
positions.
capable, so why waste the time?
Hit with injuries all year long, Tony. And here is the offense for Kansas City. We were looking at something a little before the game over the last 4 games. The scrimmage leaders by yardage for the Chiefs. The first 5 guys were not named Kelce or Hill. They found new ways to get guys involved in the game over the last month.
And that's because these guys are deep here. They are not going to give up big plays. Teams over the years, they hate
Screen to Hill. Tackled immediately.
This is on right away. Needs him at the line of scrimmage. We're talking about number one.
Bills are pretty much deep at every position that matters.
How about this defense of Leslie Frazier? Number 1, total defense.
And if Josh Allen gets hurt, have no fear. Mitchell Trubisky will come in and save the day.
It's a pretty good defense, to say the least, and they're really well coached. They disguise coverages well, but they're really efficient. They play disciplined football, and they're always getting to the ball. Leslie Frazier has done an outstanding job. It's just hard to throw against these guys, Jim. I mean, they only had 14 passing touchdowns on them the whole year.
Chiefs have been notorious this year for slow starts.
36.
And they're going to have another one. Oh, no, he flipped it to McKinnon, who gets a first down. How in the hell?
They had him. The Bills were so close
Oh, they're going to mark him short?
to knocking him down and getting him off the field.
You see the outside
So they're going to line up and go for it on 4th down at their own 34.
Good job protecting the ball there, and then just doing
If they marked him short. Apparently they marked him short.
magical stuff. That was a
Chart says first down, but I saw one ref signal 4th.
shot. The Chiefs right there, and Mahomes just does the rest.
They gave him the first. I thought it was a first.
That field that makes sense.
That was a pretty amazing play. They got the first down by inches. They didn't measure, but they looked over a couple of times to make sure. Now on first down.
Right through the hands of Kelce, a little behind him.
For Travis Kelce. We had your Romo report on the other side.
Let me do my Skip Bayless impression. If only Mahomes had weapons.
Well, the biggest thing is turnovers. The Chiefs offense, don't beat yourself, right? We've done a few of these games. Seems like they always get behind 7-0 in a playoff game. But if the Chiefs don't turn the ball over, and that week 5 matchup, 4 turnovers, there's just a gift. Tyreek Hill dropped it, pick 6. Then all of a sudden another tip ball, just random things happen. But if they don't turn it over, they're so hard to beat because they're so explosive.
2nd and 10. McKinnon. Works that
Another 3rd down.
They're so explosive.
This is going to be...
They've had to dial it back because they kept trying to get all these crazy explosive plays and just kept turning it over early in the year.
Everyone had such high expectations.
Good news for them is that the Bucks are out.
You know, teams last year coming back, and they don't get off to that great a start early in the year, some rough patches. But they are a physical team now. Both these teams are explosive in the passing game, but they can run the ball and be physical and go downhill.
Chiefs were the best team in the league on 3rd down. They've been clutch on one already. Steps up through the pressure, and Mahomes going to get it with his legs. There's a lot of grass in front of him. Slides down at the 25.
Lamar would have a touchdown.
Yeah. Of course, Lamar, they would have never let that happen. They'd have had a spy on him.
And this one is
Sometimes you got to spy Mahomes, but not all the time.
It's like a 40-yard.
and he keeps his eyes downfield to the last second, and because you have to take on Kelce Hill, all these weapons, you get these big holes. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes are the 2 best in the league and running for first down on 3rd and long.
Mahomes and Allen's the new Brady Manning
Patrick Mahomes does it
in the
again.
AFC.
Mahomes rushed for almost 400 yards this year. Allen almost 800 yards.
They're both going to be playing each other every year because they're always winning their division. End around, McCole Hardman, gain of 6.
All them
To
in
the
the Dolphins.
20 on a 6-yard pickup. So trying to answer right back after the Buffalo first possession goes the distance. That was the longest run, by the way, for Mahomes on the season.
He just waits for the playoffs. Then all of a sudden he's like, all right, now I'm going to bring out. I don't want to get too tired.
Nobody in the middle.
If everybody's covered, that means you're not covered if you're the quarterback.
Eric Bieniemy looking out there.
When you watch, he's matched up. He's here. That's for Tyreek Hill. There's 2 on him, and they'll get 2 on Kelsey.
Mahomes avoiding another sack. Avoids another one. Gets a first down.
Footy Mahomes.
He brought his A game today.
Brilliantly every time.
That's a bad motherfucker. When he's on, there's nobody better. Not even Josh Allen.
Watch, Mahomes is going to take a look, and right here, he sees. There's Hill, double team. Here comes Kelsey. He's about to be double teamed by those 2. Once he goes
Shout out to
over,
Tenacious D, double team.
all of a sudden, he uses his legs. That's going to happen a lot today for both these quarterbacks because they're going to try and take away their top weapons.
You set it downs at the 13. Back to McKinnon.
Ooh. And they're going to get a flag, probably for a hold.
Wanted that flag, and it comes out at the 8-yard line. Taron Johnson on the coverage.
This secondary, that could be a legal man downfield, though.
Oh,
instead of
really?
Pass interference because it's an RPO. You can hand it off or you can throw it quickly, but once you pump fake a few times, then all of a
Yeah, it's
sudden,
on the Chiefs because they're asking McDermott what he wants to do.
John Hussey's already given that early indicator.
Yep, it's on Kansas City.
52 or is it pass interference?
Member of the offense, downtown illegally, number 52.
Don, like he's from Pittsburgh.
Minus penalty, second down.
An eligible man, Don Field there.
Given a lot of credit. In other words,
Take the down away.
if you get to the end zone, it seems silly that you wouldn't take them back, but you don't want them. You're basically saying they're better than 5 yards, right? As you give them another play.
Second and 10.
Instead of being 1st and 15, they take 2nd and 10.
Gonna move around a little bit. Into the slot. So dangerous in this.
Mahomes on the run again. Gets it to Pringle. They get 3rd and 4.
Now it'll be third down.
After 3 broken
Not a
tackles.
lot of blitzing going on. The Week 5 matchup, Buffalo didn't blitz 1 time, which I think is very smart. When you go against a guy as talented as Mahomey there, and he's got Tyreek Hill and Kelsey outside, you want to make sure you get good matchups over there and make
That's my homeboy.
flags, which he's doing, but over and over again he's getting after it.
His big scramble got him to this point. Here's Hill in the backfield on 3rd and 5.
3rd and 5 again. Good, better protection this time. He's not having to make a miracle, although nobody's getting open. Nobody's getting open. And he's going to run to the sideline first. Wow, did he score?
A little confidence.
Touchdown. I have to look at that one. It's a first down anyway. Damn, again.
These coverages and the way they're going to
Be a damn shame they have to drop somebody in to start spying his ass because he's all over the place.
Mahomes always keeps his eyes downfield. Did he get here?
Yeah, buddy, that's a touchdown.
He did.
He knew it when he hit the pylon. Holy hell.
He ran the football on this drive for a total of 49 yards.
Mahomes has 49 rushing yards on 1 possession.
3 carries, 49 and a touchdown.
Team
Go
plays by
Mahomes.
Buffalo, 11 for Kansas City.
And he shit himself. He's got a big dirt stain on his ass.
Explosive offensive units, and if you slow down the deep threats, they can struggle at time to time.
Boy, it's nice cheering for a game where you like both teams that are playing.
All of a sudden, you really can't stop it.
Rutgers extra point. 7-7. Electrifying start, if you will. Both teams.
7-7.
Going down the field.
Going down the field. Why's my cable acting up? Stop it. Stop it, CBS. Have to hook up the old fucking rabbit ears if it keeps acting up. It'd be like Married with Children. One of us is going to have to like stand outside the window and hold it in the room. The other's got to like hold the wire up in the air. What a crazy day, and I don't think it's done yet. Now Skip's talking shit about Odell. Where was he in the second half?
In the second half, on the sideline, because the Bucks had the ball probably fucking 26 minutes of the 30 in the second half. Every time the Rams got it, it was a fumble.
Tree just said, if I'm the punter for the Bills, I'm ordering a margarita and a Netflix subscription because it's going to be a while before you're needed today. He's like me at the office job. Might as well just kick back and watch some TV.
With the Bucks eliminated, the Patriots are still the last team to ever go back-to-back. Nice. Damn, Dale.
Yeah.
It's going to be the first championship weekend since 2009 without Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady.
Holy shit. Wait.
Since 2009.
Damn, you're right. Let's say Rodgers was in 2010. Brady was in 11. Brady was in 12. Brady was in 13. 14. 15. 16. So was Rodgers. And Rodgers was in 14 as well. And goddamn, that's crazy. First championship weekend since 2009 that won't have Brady or Rodgers playing.
Pizza, bread twists, chicken, desserts, and more. And by Caesars Sportsbook. Your app is ready in Perth. 7-7 after one possession each here in Kansas City. As the Chiefs go down the field, 63
The Chiefs were 3 for 3 on third down, but the Bills went up to them. They were 2 for 2 on fourth.
Would the Bengals-Niners Super Bowl be the biggest underdog Super Bowl in history?
Has to be. Yeah, what Dylan just said. If it's Bengals versus 49ers, the biggest underdog Super Bowl of all time, both teams, for sure.
Let's take a look at that.
Niners beat the Bengals in overtime, but so that means it could go either way if it ends up that way.
The designed run.
I don't think Cincinnati gets past Buffalo.
Doubt it, but
Of course, I'd be hard-pressed to say they beat Kansas City again. They kind of got lucky last time.
This game,
Kind of, sort of.
these coaches both know. They've played each other enough now, right, Jim? Where it's like they know what they can't do and how to get beat, so they've evolved. But cat and mouse game back and forth, chess. A lot of chess and cat and mouse stuff.
all that stuff. Yeah. I know what you mean. Here's Allen.
Little swing passes in the flat. Bills love those today.
By Sorensen. And we
Hey, Sorensen made a tackle.
We saw Tyrann Mathieu take a hit to the head on that fourth down conversion. He took himself out after the next play, went right into the blue tent. He was definitely struggling. He was seen by an independent neurologist. He is in the locker room right now being evaluated further for a concussion, but this would be a huge loss for the Chiefs, too.
would be gigantic.
I mean, Thornhill.
John Madden was the first man to say on television, if you get a concussion, you shouldn't be allowed back in. Because remember back in the day, the guys would just go back in. John Madden was the first guy to say, no, that's not right.
that was a weird play.
Be third down.
And he set him third and
Well, I guess they're in 4-down territory. Maybe not quite from this field position.
touchdowns. Daniel Sorensen was a victim on a few of those.
And that's
They
why
didn't have Ward. You mentioned they didn't have Jones. They haven't traded for Ingram yet. But now that without Tyrann Mathieu, who's really the leader of the defense.
very different. You're exactly right. Through week 8, when Ingram came
Yeah, Mike, you're right. Niners controlled the game, but Cincinnati came back late in the regular season. They went to overtime.
Matthews out. You see
You're right about that. Maybe I should go back and watch that game, refamiliarize myself with it. Short throw to Diggs, gets a first down,
Allen sips it in.
so they avoid fourth down that time.
First, he had position on Mike Hughes behind him to Diggs. And the Bills keep on moving.
So we talk about how Kansas City turned this around. I mean, through week 8, they were 4-4. They had 27.5 points per game giving up, 11 sacks, 8 takeaways. Since then, 16 points per game, 22 sacks, doubled that up, 22 takeaways.
Manuel Sanders.
Figured out their plan. On first down,
He goes short to Knox. Good tackle.
this time,
That's been the big improvement with the Chiefs defense. They tackle now.
After just a yard pickup.
and what a
That's a big
steal.
deal, that too, though. This play by the rookie,
Yes.
the second half of the season, out of Missouri, drafted in the second round, Nick Bolt, makes a ton of tackles.
He does. I mean, to have him come in, what a pleasant surprise. You're not really expecting a guy. There's a lot of communication and checks.
I'll be right
So,
back. I'm going to go stretch my legs and move the damn trash cans out to the road because my legs are hurting. God, you know you're getting old when you hurt sitting down. When it hurt just feels like uncomfortable when you sit down. And now I will close my window because it's getting a little too cold.
Apparently, Cooper Kupp's wife worked full time to financially support him in college so he could chase his NFL dream.
Wow.
He got a real one.
That's his boo. His boo thing held him down in the good way. Man, I want Don Ramon so bad. I saw the Taco Bell commercials. Like, man, I want Don Ramon's. I want good Mexican food. Of course, when I go there, I get the steak velarde. It's a steak with 2 tortillas, a bunch of rice, and some shrimp and some pintos or whatever. It's fucking good. I went there for lunch. It's so great getting an hour-long lunch at work. How long's your lunch?
We don't take one. We
Oh,
just,
you just-
we kind of just do what we want as we go.
Yeah,
Work at our own pace.
that's fucking great. I like how at my job we're technically supposed to be there 9 to 6, but because I'm in training, I ditch at 5 every day. I don't care. Well, fuck y'all.
Point margin.
When the actual work starts, yeah, I'll stay till
The
6, but
second quarter has been that way for a while, including last year in the AFC Championship game. They put up 21 in the second quarter after being down 9-0 early to the Bills on this field. We start the second with
7-7. They're already off to a better start than last year, like they said. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Second effort. God almighty. 8.5 yards there when they should have had him like 3 or 4 yards back.
Second effort by Dawson Knox will set up third down in less than a yard.
These are always the situations when you go against, this Bills offense where you got to be prepared to have a defensive call for the quarterback run, and that's why they get in gun a lot. Most likely they'll do that here yet, because they can just go ahead and start to run it, overload the right side, fake it to a guy, run it, or you can go ahead and
Third
hand it.
inches.
Hand it off.
Allen. Oh, man, he's in the open field again.
Into the secondary.
Down to the 41.
Goes it to the left.
Hey, Sorensen made another tackle.
In for a big gain to the 41.
That's the money play today. Just let Allen keep it in the short yardage situations.
Quarterback, usually that's not the way quarterbacks look against defenders. You see, these guys don't want to tackle him. It's like you don't really want to go tackle him Well, I mean, Coach was talking about that this
Yeah,
week.
Coach Spagnuolo was saying they spent so much time talking about how to tackle Josh Allen. You got to go high if he's around the pocket, but and you can't go low because he'll break it and scramble.
He actually did that right there. He breaks guys who try to go low to speed. He's got good instincts.
First down.
I seriously remember when Josh Allen sucked. Remember how bad he was the first couple of years? Like, some guys sucked the first year and then get better. He was bad for almost 3 years straight. I'm like, this guy stinks. I was like, he's terrible. Now he's like next level. He wasn't like Mahomes. Mahomes was good from day one. Of course, he got to sit on the bench a year.
Second and 10. Shoulder
Miscommunication there.
to connect with Davis. Now you got a third and 10.
It's one-on-one on the outside. You'll see he's going to feel it's the back shoulder, but that internal pressure right there by Willie Gay Jr. makes you just throw it a hair earlier than he wanted.
Gotta get to the 31 for a first. Take this snap with
Throw it short and go for it on fourth.
in the backfield.
Oh, he strip sacked by Ingram.
And somehow he's able
That's,
to-
wow, how did he hold on to that?
Well, you can't
That
go
was
for
Melvin
it, and you
Ingram
can't
who
get
came in.
It's like it bounced right back to him. Just punt it away.
What
Finally, a
big
defensive
game
play in
for
this game.
team. Traded for a 6th-round pick on November the 2nd. That's a big part of that defensive change you talked about, Tony.
You're exactly right. Ingram.
Boy, it's like the Steelers could have used a guy like Ingram to go opposite of TJ Watt. Oh, wait, they had him and they wouldn't use him
He comes in on a stunt.
for whatever reason.
He makes Allen back up, but Ingram, with that effort, I mean, he's been such a. Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, my God, a Bills punt.
Introduce him to the Bills Mafia. This is your punter, Matt Hawk. You haven't seen him.
Hack. Is that Alex Bowman punting for the Bills?
This is the last time he punted.
13
And they had 10
drives.
touchdowns during that span. And after all
Yee.
that time off, he delivers.
Pin the Chiefs at like the 1. Yeah, they marked it at the 1.
Able to down it after 1 yard.
God damn.
Atakevich is the one who's able to keep it at like 49 yards down at the 1.
Well, they're going to drive now.
Social media has been fun today. Good entertainment during the commercials.
Skip and Barry.
Yeah, pretty much. Skip's in meltdown mode. He's talking shit about Odell and Stafford now.
Who does he have left to cheer for?
Nobody. Literally nobody.
Go Shannon.
Shout out to Harambe for watching over the Bengals and making sure they get to the Super Bowl this year.
I know Cincinnati's a lot better than the Jaguars was, but I feel like them making the championship game is just like when Jacksonville made it.
A little.
It's kind of like, well,
Came out of
there,
nowhere.
You're there.
Yeah.
That's about it.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. and by Amazon Prime. Prime changes everything. So the Bills are finally forced to punt. Unfamiliar for them, but what a punt it was by Hawk.
Here comes a chance for the Bills.
Flip the field.
Don't you dare blitz them, though.
She'll come out of the gun, standing in the end zone.
But what you do is you motion them back in, then you see what they're in, then you run the play.
A yard away from 2 points for the Bills. Oh, boy. I thought that ball was going to ricochet back and get caught by a defensive lineman in the end zone. Yeah.
690 passing yards on scrambles this year.
Preview of next week.
64%.
Nah, I still think the Bills win.
Usually runs, right? Mahomes did move around the pass. And Allen actually moves around. He runs a lot. 494 rushing yards on scrambles, so they're a little different. Today, though, Mahomes is kind of turning into that. He's kind of scrambling a little bit and running.
Last week they combined those two quarterbacks for 95 yards on the ground. Got 74 already in this one.
Oh, boy. He barely got out of the end zone. Took a little longer than they would have liked.
Just inches a little past the line of scrimmage. Now you still basically have 3rd and 10, maybe call it 3rd and 9.
It's risky, any play call down here.
So Mahomes pointing, like, get that out of there.
Like, don't take your time on this. So you're trying to help out the punter at least, right? Because you got to give him a few yards in there. So you don't have a block punt. Motion it back in, see what they're in. Call your play. A lot of crossers coming up here. Chip the edge with their tight end.
3rd and 9. They're coming after it.
Kelsey,
Can they beat him up to the first
4th
down?
down.
Sure-handed tackle.
It's hard to get out of the 1 yard line.
It is with Matt Milano.
When you're not a good run team, it's really hard to get out of the 1 yard line.
Milano didn't play in week 5. And I think a lot of the zone coverage and a lot of the shell defense with the safeties back there, he's going to be around the ball a bunch and have to make a bunch of tackles. As you see, he does there.
Micah Hyde is back deep for the Bills, the 9-year veteran. They trust him in these situations. Last week, he very nearly broke one. Got a little tripped up after 52 yards. This is Tommy Townsend, 2nd-year punter from Florida. And he delivers a goal.
That's a damn good punt.
Single and Hyde.
Bills get it to 42.
51-yard boot. Each team drives for a touchdown. Then
Here comes his random NFL drug test on Tuesday or whatever. Pat McAfee said they used to do that shit to him all the time. If he hit like a crazy punt, he'd get randomly drug tested. Yeah. There's Troy Polamalu. Polamalu, as Pat McAfee likes to call him. Fucking Polamalu. Polamalu's got a dad bod now. You can't even hide it under those clothes. Now Brady's still talking shit. Brady, Rodgers. I don't know. They both look pretty similar this weekend.
Yeah.
One was just immensely less lucky.
I don't know how many turnovers did the Packers have. Jimmy G threw 3 picks.
No, he didn't throw 3. He only threw the 1.
He only threw 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mercedes Lewis fumbled on a drive that was going to get points for the Packers. Skip said, did Odell play in the second half? I don't remember seeing him out there. So, when are you going to see him next week? I guarantee that. This guy said you'll see him next week, unlike Brady. So much for Skip's legendary Dallas versus Tampa Bay championship game prediction. Who the fuck actually thought Dallas would win a single playoff game? Y'all got to be crazy.
The biggest surprise to me is the Packers just shitting the bed
Yeah. Ultimately, yeah, nothing else surprised me this weekend other than that performance by the Packers last night.
I thought the Bengals would have done more.
Good thing they didn't need to, but they're going to need to next week, no matter who they play.
Will be taking on 25-year-old Joe Burrow next week in the AFC Championship game as far as the quarterback matchup.
Wow, is the AFC loaded with young talent? I mean, Herbert's in there, obviously.
Here's Singletary up to
7-yard run.
and 7-yard carry on first down. The league's 88 best players are set to face off on the Pro Bowl field in Las Vegas. You can catch the Pro Bowl presented by Verizon on Sunday.
I'll be watching heat races for the Clash instead of the Pro Bowl,
Buy your tickets today at probowl.com or
because the race is that day.
on ABC ESPN. And ESPN Deportes. Dix out for this play. Going to be a 2nd and 3. Singletary.
3rd and 2.
About 1, and we send it down to Tracy.
And Reed is hurt for the Chiefs.
Will be playing the rest of this one without their star safety Tyrann Mathieu. He is officially out.
Tyrann Mathieu's out with a concussion.
And they will not only miss his play on the field, guys, but the leadership he brings to this defense is just invaluable.
And the teammate that inadvertently hit him in the head with his knee, Jaron Reed, is now down on the field.
Man, I wish I could live life like Andy Reid and not give a fuck about how fat I am. He's got the money, I don't.
And yell at people all day.
Yeah. I'm like Andy. I could go for a fucking burger right now.
Give me that Waffle House menu. I really wish that Reed Sorensen didn't quit NASCAR to become a safety for the Chiefs. I agree.
Tom Brady says he still hasn't made up his mind if he's going to play next year. Please say no.
Wait, ain't this the year the Bucks are supposed to be losing like a lot of people?
I'm not sure. I know they're not as fucked as the Packers are on that front, because the Packers are losing a lot of people. And Rodgers said if it looks like a rebuild, he won't be there. He's flat out said that after the game last night. I won't play through a rebuild. 3rd and 2 for the Bills after an eternity of commercials. And damn, God almighty. You got to punt now. And they will. Surprised by this play call, honestly.
Blockers right there, you see it. Obviously, he's going against a wide receiver, so it's a hair easier. But he does that. He thumps coming in. Davis had no chance. We're going to talk about it. That's a steal right there.
Michael, that's a good question. How'd a player who got a DUI get to play today? Because the NFL, that's why. If Henry Ruggs hadn't have killed that bitch, he'd probably have played the next week.
End over end, tracking to about the 13, where it is secured by Hardman. So things have settled down a bit after that start. 37-yard punt that time.
Gotta score, KC. It's the only chance.
These fucking rapid fire commercials kill me and just completely take me out of the game. I feel like I'm hot from the waist up. It's like hot as shit, but only half of my body. You know, I'm the biggest Walking Dead fan in the world, but I have no idea when the next part of the season starts. When does it start? Stream early on AMC Plus. February 13th. Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have somebody's AMC Plus.
That's the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's a 2-for-1, Dale.
Yeah.
That way, if you get bored watching the Bills whoop the 49ers.
I think that lady I had to contact to cancel my own AMC Plus would have sucked my dick to get me to keep it with everything they were throwing at me to try to get me to keep it. Because I had AMC Plus. It's like, okay, I get to watch The Walking Dead commercial free. It's the final season. Yeah, after 10 years of watching commercials, fuck yeah. And you get to see them a week early. And then when that part of the season ended, I said, okay, I'm going to cancel it now. And then I'll come back when the season starts. And you have to contact them to cancel it. You can't just click cancel. You got to like email them and talk to them. I was like, no, I want to cancel it. I'll come back. Well, now joke's on them. I'm not coming back because my friend that lets me use Amazon put AMC Plus on there. So I ain't coming back now. I'm a freeloader on some streaming services.
Chevrolet. Find new roads. DirecTV Stream. Get your TV together.
I got them all. I got the Infinity Stones of streaming services.
H&R Block.
I even still have Peacock for the WWE Network that I don't fucking watch.
You got Leslie Frazier, fine defensive coordinator for the Bills.
I might watch the Royal Rumble. It's on a Saturday night next week.
Fewest points allowed. The explosive Chiefs. This is a little matchup inside of the game as Mahomes is down.
Kelsey wide open is always a mystery to me.
Free at the 35-yard line. Gain of 20.
But just like Gronk, it seems to happen a lot.
Right, you get 2 tight ends in the game. Ding, ding, ding. Play action. Mahomes eyeballs left and then fires that back over the middle. And you see the misdirection on the play action. Just creates a little. Edmonds not able to get there. And he got lost right in the middle.
And you saw Clyde Edwards-Helaire was in on that last play. He's in on this one too at the top of the screen, split out wide. And down with a shoulder injury for a while. There's another
Pringle first down.
And a gain of 13 and another first.
Well, in that win, in week 5, Buffalo did a great job creating turnovers. You see the timing right there. Excellent. Mahomes Pringle, does
I got back from a Kiss concert that night and watched that game. I had it DVR'd and I got to skip commercials and I got to the third quarter and said, yeah, I don't need to see anymore. Buffalo was whooping Kansas City's ass.
The day after Christmas. So he feasted on Pittsburgh in those 2 games. Oliver chasing after
Sidearm throw for a first down. God almighty.
and Hill is there to catch it for a first.
Smoke through a keyhole.
I mean, he threw that. It was like it was right off the ground.
Laser sidearm action.
underneath the arm. You see that?
He's like Buzz Lightyear.
Russo right there, 50. He's got to throw this around.
Yes, Michael, he sure did. Andy Reid's son had multiple I don't think did he kill him or did he just injure a child
See and sense and
in the accident? I can't remember.
I think he like permanently injured.
Andy Reid's son.
In these parts years ago, he used to be able to perfect that throw. Just like that. Sidearm. Here is the handoff.
Wow, big run play from the Chiefs.
Secondary down to the 20.
Bills were not ready for that.
The Chiefs keep picking up big chunks. That's 4 straight plays for first downs.
The left side, Tooney, 62 is going to seal, and you see the hole right there
Chiefs win.
between Brown and Tooney, and that. This is why I think these two teams are going to be like if they didn't play against each
Good,
other,
you can
I
buy a
don't
big
think
dinner
these
box.
teams could have won earlier because they're so complete now. They're physical teams, and it's like you got two of the better defenses now since Kansas City shipped in the last half, and then you got teams who can run the ball, and you got these quarters. It's just too much.
From the 21.
That was asking a lot to have Hughes catch Tyreek Hill, but
Get a loss as Wallace swings
goes for a
it.
2-yard loss.
Hughes says, hey, I tried to get you for about a 15-yard loss. Ends up being a setback of 3. You can break down the divisional round with the pros who know on Inside the NFL, streaming Tuesday exclusively on Paramount+. We're broadcasting from the Lynn Dawson broadcast booth, and he, of course, co-hosted Inside the NFL. He and Nick Bonacani from 1978 through 2001. Send our best to the great Lynn Dawson. Honored to be in his booth. 2nd and 13. Mahomes. Edwards allowed. Milano.
Missed tackles.
One of the keys to this game is going to be the ability to tackle a lot of the weapons for both teams. And you see right there all the hidden yardage. Mahomes pumps downfield, then checks it down. Boy, that's huge having him back now, right?
Well, especially these last 2 touches. Look what he brings. McKinnon comes back in. We'll give him a breather. Talking about Clyde on 3rd and 3. From the 14.
Another motion, second most in the league. Chiefs do it a lot.
Drop back into McKinnon.
McKinnon on a wheel route, trucks through for a first down.
Takes on Dane Jackson and wins that battle for the marker and a new set of downs.
Ooh. Just a simple check. It's cover 2. Mahomes would have waited out in years past and tried to look downfield. Now he gets it out quickly and he sees that coverage, and Jackson's going to go ahead and have to take on. You talked about McKinnon having that great game. Corners out in space, one-on-one. You don't really like tackling guys who want to take you on like that.
Mahomes said that back in camp, he saw that McKinnon.
First and goal.
He's had a chance to show it the last 2 weeks. Now 1st and goal. Fakes to McKinnon.
Oh, he couldn't get out of that. Ed Oliver gets the sack.
Ed Oliver back at the 15.
Oliver 91 does a
Oliver's pretty good, but he didn't turn out to be the generational god people thought he was going to be when he got drafted.
65 needed help, but Kelsey's going to go out and come back in.
He's a lot like Clowney. People thought Clowney was just going to be like Lawrence Taylor times 10.
3.5 minutes to go. And it's a loss of 7 thanks to the play by Oliver.
Well, that's what happens when you have two really good quarterbacks who are super efficient. The ball doesn't touch the ground a whole lot, and all of a sudden you realize that a turnover suddenly matters so much because the possessions are small.
2nd and goal. They run it. McKinnon takes
So they get 3rd and goal from the 11. Perfect.
falls on him. And now you got 3rd and goal from the 11.
And this is
Neither team's really made a bad mistake so far. That's why it's just kind of a slow game.
closer, but
Nobody's really fucked up yet.
that would have been a perfect time for
That's why I was thinking if they got a 4th down, they got to kick a field goal.
Might even do it here.
Well, he's 5 for 5. Talking about Mahomes on this drive to 5 different receivers. 6 defensive backs come in for the Bills.
Well, you pick 2 guys, your best 2 players up top. You're going to motion them over. Let's see, this safety's going to help out. You got other people open one-on-one.
Mario Addison got Mahomes on the run. They got him again.
They finally get to him.
Holding in the secondary. Mahomes thinks holding in the second. That's what that tells me.
Let's see the flag, though. There's a flag.
They sacked him, but they're going to get flagged for holding.
Usually that's a hold. And the defense, was it on 30? Usually it's whoever Tyreek Hill. That was
Part of
30.
the pass. Holding defense number 30. That 5-yard penalty was enforced from the previous spot. Automatic.
Tre'Davious Watt's replacement holding Tyreek Hill.
3rd and goal from the 11. Dane Jackson.
Well, there's your first big mistake.
But look, you don't need to.
Well, that tug. You got a hold of the jersey.
You got a double team. You see up top right there, Poyer's coming over. You don't need to hold on a 3rd and 11 on a crossing route. I mean, that's just poor decision making there.
From the 6, first and goal.
Hilaire to the 2.
And he's within about
Thought he was going to pop through there.
half of the end zone.
2-minute warning. Hell yeah.
Hit the 2-minute warning.
These teams are different now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fast. They're not just explosive. They're like
It was kind of a weak flag, but you can't grab the back of the jersey and pull on it. He was holding on to that just in case he did get beat. He could yank it back, so you got to throw the flag. Sitting in a chair all day today to practice sitting in a chair all day tomorrow.
But you get paid.
Oh, yeah. Now, I'll tell you one thing, they can shove it up their ass. We have to do these, we're still in training, so we're just, like, taking these little quizzes and shit, and they help you on them if you don't know the shit. It's all common sense stuff, mostly. And then every now and then you get a test where you have to, like, write your answer out or type your answer out, and they grade it and then send it back to you. I finished my shit Friday afternoon when I left at lunch. If I come back there tomorrow and that shit's been sent back to me, I'm going to throw something. Like, I'm not doing that shit again. We're staying ahead of the game here. I got all the shit done, and I went home because it was about to get bad weather again. Hey, did anybody else feel uncomfortable watching Spider-Man No Way Home? The scene where Zendaya's about to roll over and make out with Tom Holland. Of course, they get interrupted. The joke is their best friend interrupts them, but they were about to, like, make out or, like, fuck on the top of the school or whatever. They're in their mid-20s playing high schoolers. Zendaya's really hot, but it was still weird thinking, like, God, I'm, like, turned on by watching this high school chick. She's, like, 25, 24 years old playing a high schooler.
But, if you were Tom Holland in that situation.
Oh, man. I'd have told his buddy, I'd be like, get the fuck out of here. Because Zendaya's one of the hottest women on the planet. But she looks so fucking... She's like 24, but she looks like a teenager. It's crazy. It's kind of weird. And Tom Holland is younger than me. He's like 25, I think. At least they actually look like high schoolers. I miss the old Spider-Man movies. The first one where they're still in high school, they're seniors, but it's like clearly Tobey Maguire's almost like 30. Yeah. He was like late 20s, looked old as fuck. Underhand. Oh, that was funny. Mahomes tried to underhand throw and it just hit Hilaire in the face. Oh. Boink.
I think that's on Mahomes there.
Little zip on that underhand throw.
McKinnon in for Edwards-Hilaire. 3rd and goal. 12th play of this drive that's taken almost 7 minutes.
This play's broken from the start. Never mind. Touchdown. What the fuck? I was like, this play has no chance. Thought the play had no chance. He throws a touchdown.
He got rid of it, and Pringle pulls it down for his 3rd touchdown in the
Lord.
last 2 games.
What a shock, Pringle. Right? He just keeps showing up. First downs and touchdowns. But watch Mahomes right here. He's going to go. It's all out.
Right here. I'm like, oh, shit. Play's broken. Play's broken.
He's looking to the outside, and to throw that and find that. At that. Oh, impressive.
14-7 Kansas City.
For a 14-7 Kansas City lead.
Classic Mahomes on both touchdowns today.
Pringle pulls it in.
Yeah, because I think the Bengals have a better shot at beating them. Want to see the Bengals in the Super Bowl.
That'd be insane. I'd hope they played the Rams. That would be a game. Joe Burrow would
Rams Chiefs would be crazy.
Joe Burrow would get destroyed against the Rams.
I think he'd get destroyed by the 49ers.
Oh, yeah, the Bengals are screwed either way.
Can't say shit. Patrick Mahomes has been pretty much perfect today, other than smacking Edwards-Helaire in the face. When I grow up, I want to be a dinosaur. Why, honey? Because they're big and strong? Because they're fucking dead. '49ers are my heroes for beating the Rams and knocking the Saints out of the playoffs.
The Verizon halftime report.
So many teams left. I have so many good things to say about them.
Yep, they'll review that crazy finish down in Tampa with the Rams winning. It's all coming up on the Verizon halftime report back here at GEHA Field in Kansas City. That drive, the second longest touchdown drive allowed by that defense that, again, has been so dominant this season in so many different categories. And let's not forget here, Tony, that Kansas City deferred at the top. And now they've already put up a touchdown. Dominant second quarter team, one touchdown so far. Yep. But, you know,
Yeah, the Bills better do something here and do it quick. Or if they don't do it quick, they better make it last, or the Chiefs will get the ball back.
I mean, it's not a big game, so it's like, yes, it's a huge drive. You can't give the ball back.
Romo never got past this game.
I mean, right now, you gotta make sure you
It's the biggest game he ever played in.
without Mahomes having an opportunity. But the Chiefs get the ball again.
Poor bastard played for the Cowboys. What do you expect?
I mean, that's a huge swing. How about that holding penalty? If this goes against the Buffalo Bills today and they lose, that's a call you'll go back to.
first down.
Oh, what a throw.
On the mark.
Beasley still on the run.
He threaded that pass to Cole Beasley.
God almighty.
He runs all the way out to the 48.
That was a great throw. We talked
That was amazing.
Josh Allen shows you he can do a little bit of that sidearm
Yeah.
around people's stuff too.
And the way he kind of threw it, position, it was like he was throwing a dart, which it was for 24. The Bills' longest play of the game. And that's Diggs for a short game. Stops the clock at 124.
Chiefs haven't given up any big plays today, really,
To Beasley,
aside from that one.
makes you pay. I really felt like earlier in his career, when we talked at the opening, he'd get confused. Right now, he makes teams pay.
Ball spotted right at midfield. On a 2nd and 8.
Beasley had to snag that one from going past him into the secondary.
Pass with a lot of heat on it. And he's tackled down right away by Armani Watts.
Yeah, that was an RPO.
Caught that quicker than COVID, didn't he?
Beasley, this is a tough defense to go against Kansas City. Number 2 in the league in two-minute defense. Magnola all those years taking on Brady. He knows how to do it.
That's caught for the first down.
Clutch catch on 3rd down by Davis.
And Ward Was not able to get around and get position.
That's a big catch by Davis. You need some of these unsung hero guys to step up in a game like this.
Timeout Buffalo with 53 seconds.
Squeeze some more commercials into the last minute of the half. Because I'm gonna get that tattooed on my back. Antonio Brown just tweeted this. AB's making fun of the Bucks now.
38 of the Chiefs.
And now he's going to go around saying he would have won the game for him.
Diggs so far, 3 catches, but only 7 yards. Here's Allen. He finds
God almighty. Gain of 9 and gets out of bounds.
That's an incredible play call. I mean, you come out, and this is why it's so difficult to stop. You know, this is a designed run. There's no option to, hand it off or throw it. But it's just like you can't call it like it's situationally 3rd and 2 where you think he's going to run it. They do it there, and it gets them 6-7 yards whenever they want to.
9 that time. 4 carries, 34 yards.
I think our cameraman got hit on that one. I couldn't tell for sure.
Go right back to the same play, and it works. And they can't stop him.
Gets a first down. Well, he likes to hurdle, doesn't he?
He does, and he just plays the position different than, almost anyone ever. I mean, you don't see this very often, to have a guy who can throw it as good as anyone and so explosive and all this, and then he just comes in like a tailback, meets a fullback.
Yeah, it's like a fullback. Not many players in the league that you can just sit
42 seconds is how many seconds left when the Rams got the ball back and sent Tampa Bay the fuck home.
the first down and get production.
And you got to call an extra guy down there to stop it, and that's when everything opens up, like right here. Stuff's open.
Blitz from the Chiefs. Over the middle, wide open, touchdown. Old Spagnuolo likes to dial up the blitz there. Yeah, the Chiefs have time here.
75 yards and only
37 seconds of 3 timeouts, but what a boneheaded defensive play call there.
You see wide open there. Snead runs into, I think, Hughes. 2 defensive backs. And this is a great throw. You see right there, they trip each other. Davis with a huge
That was bad defense all around.
catch right there. Wow. No, you're going to take a little shot by Thornton. By the way, that's the first 2-minute touchdown since week 6 by the Chiefs. But they don't play against Allen every week.
75 yards, I mentioned, in 75 seconds. Extra point is good. And Gabe Davis, that's a touchdown 2 straight weeks in the playoffs. We're back in 30 after this from State Farm.
Guess what?
Hey, it's that guy that ain't playing anymore.
Commercial.
It's Aaron fucking Rodgers. You're more like Aaron Frogers.
Come to Pittsburgh.
I know one thing right now. If his defense had gotten him 4 takeaways, he'd have fucking won.
He's going to finish in San Francisco.
Indianapolis. Colts are about to ditch Carson Wentz so fast.
Nah, Rodgers goes to San Fran, I think.
Andrew Mahomes have 37 seconds to see what they'll do with it. And
Oh,
after
I'm gonna be
37
aggressive.
seconds, we'll send it to New York for the Verizon halftime report. There's Phil, JB, the coach, Nate, and Boomer. Boomer's Bengals. Who will be the opponent next week for Cincinnati? Where will the Bengals head? To here, Kansas City, or to Buffalo? We'll hear
Hopefully
the
there'll be
next
snow wherever they go.
in this wacky, wonderful
I like
weekend
snow
of the
games.
NFL. They're taping all of that coming up.
Hey,
on the
DFS.
Verizon halftime report.
Been a crazy couple of days.
And the touchback is delivered. Well, that Ulster
Who awaits the Cincinnati Bengals?
The number 1 seed.
Something I never thought I'd say in my entire life.
By McPherson to win it. This has started the same storyline with the visiting kicker winning it on the last play of the game through the first 3 divisional games.
I just can't believe you can give up 9 sacks and win. I mean, that's unbelievable. The turnovers, that obviously didn't matter so much. Cincinnati with a big-time win there.
First down.
I'm not talking much, so I don't have much of a voice left. Mahomes running again.
Ball skips off the hands and
Incomplete.
on is gonna
Holding
be
in the
penalty
secondary again against the Bills.
I just don't understand on some of these.
Prior to the pass, holding defense, number 39.
He seems really happy about it. Holding defense number 39. He was like excited to make that call.
Well, he has help over the top. So you have these safeties that are deep because you're not going to give up. You don't need to hold. If you're one-on-one, you might give up a huge play, right? But it's a curl route. It doesn't.
Wow, only
change.
2 penalties in this game. Both holding calls on the Bills.
Some teams have already hurt themselves in the postseason with some penalties.
We've had only 2 penalties in this game, Tony. And
It's
both
crazy.
of them defensive holding calls against Buffalo on first down.
Tyreek Hill wide open. A lot of room to run. Out of bounds at the Bills 45.
14 seconds.
23 seconds. A gain of 26.
To get to the Bills side.
Tyreek Hill showing off that speed. Watch this design of this play. You're going to split this and have him come running in. But it's such a unique design to motion outside and then run you back into. But that actually made the rules of the Bills defense not be able to handle it. Once you find something like that, Jim, you're going to come back to that again in this game.
Now at the 44. Sidearm sling, Hill.
Ducks out of bounds at the 39. 16 seconds.
Back up tight end. And does to stop the clock at 16 seconds.
Yeah, Hill's usually not the one that's left wide open. It's usually Kelsey.
Asking for the clock to keep going. Hill does a good job getting out of bounds, but you have to be making an effort to get upfield, right? I think that was correct to stop the clock because it's like one of those where if you just slowly go out backwards, they need your momentum going forward. But his momentum is getting out.
And Chiefs anyway had 3 timeouts. We would have called one in a hurry otherwise, but at the 40-yard line, Tony.
You got everything. You can take. I would look right here over the middle of the field, try and find Kelsey.
And that's right where he goes. Good call. One more timeout.
To the 31.
11 seconds.
Bucker.
They're in field goal range.
Timeout called by the Chiefs, and we're back in 30. After this,
And they get the ball to start the second half. God almighty, man. Get these commercials in, brother. Get your shit in, brother, like the old wrestlers used to say.
Does this mean we go the second half without commercials?
I like how I sometimes I think, okay, there might be less commercials later. Nah. There'll be more. NASCAR, it's the opposite. If they get some commercials in a lot, it's like, okay, it'll lighten up really later in the race, but not the NFL. It's like commercial every fucking minute. NFL games should not last longer than 3 hours, but they do.
He's thrown for 38 yards. on this.
Beats college, though, 4.5 fucking hours and 25 overtimes after that.
Kelsey. He's got 11 seconds now.
When I bail out of there, I mean, right here, I would be taking a shot to the end zone if they're all going to come after you. This needs to be a
Timeout,
timeout by
Buffalo.
the coaching staff.
It's Buffalo.
Second, charge timeout, Buffalo. This will be a 30-second timeout.
You know what? That was really smart. McDermott right there showed this pressure to see what you were going to get in and if you were going to change your call or anything.
If the Chiefs had more time, I think they'd get a touchdown, which they still might. Kelsey's going to be left wide open.
Jay Feely, you got Harrison Bucker, one of the best in the business.
Yeah, he is well within range here. Went back to 55 going this way. Jim, Justin Tucker is by far the best kicker in the NFL. Nobody questions that. But right behind him is Harrison Bucker. His worst year is 89%. That was one of my best years in my career. He has been so spectacular. Some 9 over 50 yards this year.
From here, you'd be talking right at about 50.
Stay inside, right in the middle of the field.
Holmes lofts it out of bounds.
You have 2 times.
One more play.
You could throw it in the middle. Obviously, when you're covered, you can't take a sack, and that's why I think you felt like there was a chance.
But this ball's got to come out quick.
You don't find the open guy. But you got one more play. This is a situation. We saw it with the Cowboys. It's a down. So you can throw this ball in the middle. You're trying to get some yards. It's a little risky, but you throw it. As soon as the guy catches it, you've got to kneel down instantly and declare yourself down, and you call timeout right away. But you can throw it right over the middle of the field. But if you don't see it right away, you got to let it go out of bounds.
They're down the field. And out of bounds.
Kick the field goal.
For the attempt from 50.
Hope it doesn't come up short.
He truly is. He's right up there.
That would have avoided that whole disaster at the end of the game earlier.
Kickers in this league did not attempt one last week, just needed for PATs. 25 of 28 overall on the season. Winchester to snap it back to Townsend. To close out the first half. NFL playoffs with halves ending with field goals.
Timeout Buffalo.
We have one here.
Don't want to do like the Packers and only have 10 men on the field for the final field goal. Well-coached special teams unit they have.
Is Butler easily iced, or is he the iced man?
Yeah, I don't think it
See
bothers
what I did there? I used
I
to both
agree.
ends. I iced the ones that
His
came back.
wordplay, it's impressive.
I've been working on him all week.
We gonna get a commercial or something?
He looks like
Yeah, commercial with 3 seconds left in the half.
I know we use the analogies of golf quite a bit with the kickers, but the ball as it comes off, it's so perfect. You know, it's like this perfect shot that's just like dead straight that leads 1 yard.
This for the halftime lead.
50 yards.
Kick on the way,
No good.
and just grazes the
Wide rot against Buffalo in the playoffs. How ironic.
Too much. Wow.
Good timeout by McDermott.
That's rare. You know what I mean? I feel like his usually are right down, and then when he does, just
You would think the Chiefs are playing Tom Brady's team or something.
Did. I think it's just a touch. Well, close games. That's all you got. 14-14 at halftime.
Every game this week.
Next after these first half highlights from Verizon.
Taking years off our lives.
From your local station.
Jesus. I don't know. This one ain't as bad.
Yeah, this one's calm.
I'm not one-sided.
It's close, but it's calm.
I just get money if the Chiefs win. So.
I'm standing up this entire halftime.
Yeah, we sat down.
The Bucks losing took all the life out of me. Just happy. Peace. I feel peace for the first time in several years. All right. Do me a favor. Give me a bag of Twizzlers. They're really cheap. I think they're like $2 or something. Well, Barry McConkiner chimes in and says, I've never seen a QB improve in the NFL as much as Josh Allen. Got to agree with him on that. I thought Allen was a complete bust. Man, what a great day. What a great weekend. And the Bills, Sean McDermott there with the ice of the century to take points off the board and keep this game tied. This is as close as it gets. Neither team's made a bad move, really. Finally, that evenly matched Bills-Chiefs playoff game I thought we were going to get last year. Josh Allen is the truth. Mahomes, he is the man. Yeah, we'll be here for the second half. It's halftime. I'm standing up, stretching my legs. Been sitting down entirely too much. Don't want to get a blood clot and die or something.
As we welcome you back to our New York studio and the Verizon halftime report.
Take a sip of this Mountain Dew Zero.
Verizon.
What flavor
I'm
is this?
James Brown, along
Glacier
with former
Cherry.
head coach, and of course Phil. And Phil, take it away.
Ah,
All right,
delicious.
Kansas City Chiefs, the revamped offensive line. They're giving Patrick Mahomes extra time, and that's why he's moving around the pocket, and he's showing that Toby has a problem last year, not a problem now. Look at all the time, the space allows him to move around. Oh, and then just runs right around the linebacker for the touchdown.
Sure, them Rams Bucks
And then
highlights.
All out blitz by the Buffalo Bills. Make a play, that's what he did. He brought some time and threw it to Byron Pringle for the touchdown.
And on the other side, Josh Allen, and this was less than 2 minutes left right before half. Check out this ball right over the middle of Cole Beasley. I mean, he was absolutely surgical. And then the design QB runner. Watch this hurdle.
Oh, yeah, the big fella.
Is athletic. And this play right here is impressive because the Chiefs bring this. Josh Allen backpedals, buys a little bit of time, and then he hits Gabriel Davis for the touchdown. That was the best drive of the game for me. And look at the numbers. I mean, this is a matchup of two superstars, and you're looking at the completion.
One moment,
attempts, and
please.
pass yards. It looks very similar because they're both playing well.
I mean, these are two quarterbacks we look at. They're different in styles, but yet when they get the job done, it's a running back playing quarterback in Josh Allen. It's a quarterback who likes to run in Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
They had 0 turnovers, only been 2 penalties in the first half. You are watching a masterpiece unfold. And honestly, whoever has the ball last is probably going to win this game.
This is going to be great. You know, I think if I'm Mario Addison or Jerry Houston, my head is spinning right now because they're running after Patrick Mahomes. For the Bills, I'd like to see Steph Diggs get more involved here in the second half, but it's exactly what we all expected. This is going to be a great second half, folks.
Rams Buccaneers from earlier today. Take a look down.
And you talk about a great second half, JV. How about this second half up 27-3? The Rams have to fight all the way back. Inexplicable that Cooper Kupp is left open down the middle this late in the game. How about Matthew Stafford? Spots the ball. That's Matt Gay. He's going to kick the game winner, and the Rams are going to host the San Francisco 49ers.
San Francisco.
Home of the Super Bowl, for that matter. And what an absolute game by these two teams in the second half.
And it was our Melanie Collins talking with
Stafford
OBJ.
played a great fucking game.
Tom Brady.
Can't take it away from him.
About his
Clutch.
Take us through that final drive.
Matthew Stafford finally clutch on the big stage.
To get this win today.
I'm too young to have heart pressure like this. Blood pressure just raised through the roof. You got the GOAT on the other side. You've seen this for 22 years. We just found a way to dig deep, make the plays when it was needed, and that's it.
You know, always tough losing at the end of the year. So,
Brady's got a butt chin.
you know, obviously we showed a lot of fight, but at the end of the day, you lose a game, you lose a game. But truthfully, guys, I'm thinking about this game and not thinking about anything past 5 minutes from now.
I'm seeing a lot online, people saying that this might be Tom Brady's last game. I don't think it is. I believe he's addicted to this feeling, addicted to competition, addicted to success. And how's a guy at 45 years old who led the NFL in all of these statistical categories going to walk away? He's still playing at the top of his game.
Great comeback. What do? They're on defense. They call an all-out blitz. Everybody doesn't get the call, and that's why Cooper Kupp was open deep down the field. Really good throw by Matt Stafford. That won the game. I can't wait to see this the third time between the 49ers and the Rams. The 49ers have beat them twice already this year. Take a look at the Intuit TurboTax Live bracket, and you can see next Sunday, 6:40 Eastern Time out at SoFi Stadium, home of Super Bowl 56 as well.
I just can't get over how crazy this weekend has been. Every game.
I love the 49ers, but I'll tell you what, I love the opportunity to watch Tom Brady and what he's done. If he does have a step down, we've been blessed to watch from the greatest of all time,
No doubt.
the ambassador of the football game, National Football League. This guy represents everything that's right about it.
You're right.
Love you, Tom.
I'll say this, though. Matt Stafford. Great.
Bill Cowher just said he early in the pregame. Bill Cowher said he likes to look in other men's eyes, and now he says he loves Tom. Get a room, would you?
The official 5G network.
Maybe there's some unanswered questions about Bill Cowher. I'm just being obnoxious. Of course, if you spent 20 years coaching the Steelers, you'd be questioning yourself too. Or however long he was there. I think the key to Tom Brady winning today was Barry in the middle of the week admitting on YouTube and Twitter that he admits Brady's the GOAT. It was reverse psychology. Made it happen. Maybe the joy of the Bucks losing will get me through the rest of the week. Here's hoping. Lord knows I'm going to need it.
Time in Kansas City. Score, the Bills 14, the Chiefs 14. We're back with the start of the second half after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching the NFL on CBS.
I feel like the Chiefs are going to win this game. I picked the Bills to win, but the flow of the game, it just feels like a very Chiefs game. That missed field goal could be huge later. We saw how much a missed field goal was worth earlier today. I better get a good night's sleep tonight, as tired as I feel. Doing my halftime stretches. I think he's back. Dylan made a store run just now. Hey. You didn't get hit by Henry Ruggs or Andy Reid's son on the way back. I'm happy. Yay, the best candy in the world. You know, I laugh when people hate on Twizzlers. They just don't fucking know any better. Twizzlers are fucking great. That's all meme. It was like, ask people that like Twizzlers why they like chewing on tires. They're rubbery, but man, they're good. And your saliva, like, makes the flavor. You know what I mean? Like, they've got the flavor that you're just like, it's so good. There's my remote 20 miles away from me. Enjoy my Twizzlers. You know what's funny? I told them the other night when it was snowing, I was like, man, I want to go for a walk in the snow. And I could go for a bag of Twizzlers. I'm going to walk to the store. And I fucking walked to the store. Snowing like hell.
For the biggest moments of the year, the Pepsi Super Bowl 56 halftime show. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Eminem.
He's still Dre.
Kendrick Lamar coming up on the Pepsi halftime show. 2013 in Los Angeles. Well,
Deion Sanders is funny as hell. When he played for the 49ers and they went to the Super Bowl, he went out partying the night before. He took a bunch of guys out. That's a no-no. Said Jerry Rice got mad at him, and Deion was like, the fuck you worried about? We're going to beat the shit out of the Chargers any damn way. They did. He's the Chargers can't beat us.
The other one is going to be who's going to make that big play, that special play where it looks like it's bleak, and then this guy's so talented, he's so good, he just goes ahead and puts his team on his back, and these quarterbacks are both, you know, have
Like Greg Jennings put the team on his back.
This is going to be a special half right here. Okay.
Like short bus special, like that Rams second half, or like special?
Expect that to be right again. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, Andy Reid said in terms of their defense, they need to continue to mix up the coverages. He said offensively, they need to extend drives. He says as the temperature starts to drop, they need to be able to catch the football. Receivers are going to be key in this one. Sean McDermott said defensively, they need to be better on third down. Can't let Mahomes extend plays. His final message, we've been here before. It's time to...
Well, they're not doing a good job of stopping Mahomes from extending plays.
Against that defense, thank you, Trace. And a pickup of 5 yards. Both quarterbacks led their teams in rushing in the first half. There you see their throwing numbers, but factor in Josh Allen, 5 carries, 45. Mahomes, 3 carries, 49 yards.
Well, and Mahomes in week 5, you know, had 61 yards rushing, which is a lot. That was the most he'd ever had in his career. So it's the game plan. When these safeties are back deep, that means there's one less guy to be right down in here. So you got to have the stuff underneath, run it. 2nd and 5.
He avoids it again. Could be. They sit on it.
It wasn't aggressive enough, but I think
The crowd certainly thought it was. You could hear him go,
Close right here. It's like, get down, get down.
See, he didn't really hit him. He just
Kansas City, on third down in that first half, was 5 out of 6 against the #1 third down defense in the league, and scored both of their touchdowns on third down.
Yeah, that's how to get it done. That's where these, you know, these quarterbacks, they really have that ability to extend. But the big plays are those situational third down, red zone. Good play action here.
first down, running the ball.
There's the first down right up the middle. Let's take a look at Next Gen Stats powered by AWS.
Well, you were just talking about running ability, these quarterbacks, but the scrambling, the first half, 3 rushes, 49 yards, 3 first downs, and that touchdown. That you'll see.
touchdown was just insane.
Lay out like Jim Nantz right there in his prime.
Remember when Jim Nantz and the Plumbers won the Super Bowl?
McKinnon. He's got 7 or 8. It's amazing how comfortable he is after basically all season long being behind Edwards-Helaire and Darrell Williams, who, by the way, is out inactive with a toe. And Derek Gore got a lot of looks, including late in the season production, but they've gone with Jerick McKinnon. Started his career in Minnesota, coming out of Georgia Southern, where he was a running back and quarterback. Looked awfully good there. Kyle Shanahan loved him. They signed him to a big deal out in San Francisco, but had an ACL, was injured. Ends up over here with the Chiefs this year, and coming in for these postseason games, a big difference maker as they go to Hill.
I was waiting on shooting that back.
They're not going to give up an inch this time.
Yeah.
You're right. Some
Give up the first down.
Thornhill on defense, right? He wasn't the same when he came back. Sorensen played. Then all of a sudden, Sorensen gives up those big plays earlier. Thornhill's back. It just takes time on some of these injuries. It's not like when you're like back right away that you're full strength. But you're seeing what a pickup having a guy like McKinnon, and right now you're seeing this 2 tight end package. Gray up here. This is when they like to play action, handoff, play action, play action.
The other tight end, whose name I always forget,
And he's got a gain of 9.
because he's not Kelsey.
Well, when we talked to Patrick Mahomes on Friday, he must have used the word patient at least a half dozen times. Everything's about patient. You're taking passing routes like this, taking these plays that are not going to be 20-yard games. They're going to be the 5- and 10-yard variety. We're seeing it a lot.
And that's the evolution of knowing, you know, defenses. They got guys back deep. You got to go underneath. They got them up close. You go deep.
Wow. Ed Oliver. People forget about Mahomes. As crazy good as he is, he was still only in like his second and third year. He's still learning a lot.
Loss of 3, actually. Yeah, another huge play. Oliver's been disrupted.
He's just such an athletic freak.
That's what we saw out of the Chiefs.
He had no patience. He wanted to hit the big play.
On third down, you need a play or two like that. Here they go again. Third down. And they raise their game.
Blitz. Go for it. Hill got tackled a yard short. You go for it.
Here we go.
No hesitation.
Mahomes just needed to wait an extra second on that. He got rid of it. The internal pressure coming on that one.
Bring in Marcus Kemp. He's a little used backup wide receiver. Fullback Michael Burton. Hill comes out for this fourth down play, needing one.
Give the ball to 45. Burton, maybe?
You know. Wow. They barely got him out of bounds. I was like Nance. I was sold on, oh, they're going to run it with the fullback. Wrong.
I mean, they know what the Bills know. 45 is 9 for 9. Michael Burton on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. So they say, let's go ahead and make you think he's getting the ball and use that against the Bills. And what happens is when you put a guy in there and you bring Kemp in, they're not throwing the ball right. Kemp's in the game. 45's great at this. They're going to give it to him. Nope. Use the analytics against the Bills.
Lost him up. Picks up the big game to the 20.
Pump fakes the screen after faking a draw. He ain't going to get far on that.
He's going to shove down and go down to the sack.
I mean, what defense here? This was unbelievable by the Bills to plaster that long. I mean, against these guys, you got to understand, everyone's covered on this play. And this is why, to me, the secondary for this Bills is unbelievable. You got 2 All-Pro at safety, 21, Boyer and Hyde up top here, and they're interchangeable. He can come down, he can come down, he goes back. And it's just hard for teams to know who's where.
Imagine having 2 all-pro safeties.
So weird when the Chiefs run on a 2nd and long. They're that competent they can convert a 3rd and long.
On that defense.
That's ridiculous.
Figure that one out. That makes no sense.
Got to sneak in a run for the sake of the analytics.
Usually teams have a down safety, like a better tackler, and a rangy guy who's back. Well, these guys are interchangeable, so they can disguise coverage really well. Quarterbacks don't get a beat on what side the safety's dropping down. And then on top of it, they get some interceptions. They each have 5 this year.
Yeah, big one last week by Hyde early in the game. Boyer called it one of the greatest plays I've ever seen in the field. 3rd and 8.
Mahomes extending the play, holding on the Chiefs. This ain't going to count whatever happens. Oh, he takes a hit for nothing from Jordan Poyer because it's not going to count.
Second flag is going to be a holding call, it appears, back at the 30-yard line.
He's just got...
The 3rd and 20.
Number 77. 10-yard penalty. 3rd down.
I know that's a hold, but just the awareness, you know, the savvy instincts of Mahomes. It's just legendary. You see right here, that's what they're going to call it on.
And it's the first penalty of the game against Kansas City. 2 defensive holding calls, as all has been marked against Buffalo. So 3 total flags midway through the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 18.
Go for it all. Still extending the play. Still, okay, now he's going to run. Still in bounds. Okay. That would have been quite something if he got out of that. Slow to get up. Sure, the Bills sideline loves that. Seeing the referee, oh, are you okay? I remember a few years ago, there was a thing going around on Facebook and Twitter. The Dolphins were playing the Patriots. Brady got rocked. That ref came running in. Oh, Tom, are you okay? You okay? Same game later on. Jay Cutler gets crushed, and he's laying there going, and that ref is going. Just looking at him. That always pisses me off when the refs like picking up the quarterback. Oh, he just made that one. 17-14. Could be 20-14 if he didn't choke at the end of the first half.
Kansas City takes the lead. That drive took 8 minutes to open up.
8 minutes to get a field goal. God damn. I don't want all of them at once. Told the chick that's sitting next to me at work, I was like, my first day of work was Thursday because of all the snow and shit. I worked my ass off on Thursday because I got caught up on the shit they wanted us to do Wednesday. I tore through it. I was like, man, first day of the week, I'm really good. And then by like Wednesday or Thursday, I'm just like, get me out of here. Kill me, please. So tomorrow, I'll be good. And maybe for Tuesday. But after that, it's hard to get anything out of me. Want some ASMR of chewing Twizzlers? Where's my 8 wide racing?
I can't wait to hear that.
Huh, are they pitting? No. Then where the fuck's my 8 wide racing? They're in the truck race. The whole field comes off of turn 4, 3 wide, every fucking truck. And he goes, there's the 8 wide racing we love to see. Look at this pack. Really funny when they watch the 2001 Daytona 500 and they're showing the onboard camera of Dale Earnhardt's crash. And you hear Dale Spotter go, inside. He's inside. Inside, and Dale just fucking cuts down and wrecks himself anyway, and they go, all right, do what you want. The guy watching the race goes, yeah, do what you want. Have it your way. They kept making the joke of like, wouldn't it be some shit if we turn this on and then Dale doesn't die? And we're in like a different universe where he didn't die. And when Dale's car cuts on the apron and shoots back up, one of the guys goes, and Earnhardt saves it. There was like a glitch in the video on the last lap. They're going down the backstretch, and the video froze, and they kept going. They go, oh, they just loaded a new save file. It's the one where Dale doesn't die. And Earnhardt saves it before the race when it's like, gentlemen, start your engines. One of the guys goes, wouldn't it be funny if his car didn't crank? It's like, yes. Earnhardt's car won't start. Oh, blue balls. It'll be, even if the Rams make the Super Bowl, it's going to be a neutral site because they don't have fans. The Super Bowl's in their stadium, but it's not going to be a home game for them. Next week won't even be a home game for them.
Of the way, including a fourth quarter we'll never forget. Well, the Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year Award recognizes not only excellence on the field, but players who have passion that impacts lives beyond the game, leaving a positive legacy in their communities. This year's nominees for Buffalo, Harrison Phillips. For Kansas City, it's Tyrann Mathieu. And this year's winner will be announced at NFL Honors on Thursday, February 10th, 9 p.m. Eastern on ABC, ESPN Plus, and NFL Network.
Offensive linemen are always funny looking, or defensive linemen, because they're all just big fat bastards.
Well, Phillips, you saw him on the sideline. He works closely with groups like the Playmakers organization, supporting children with intellectual disabilities. And the Tyrann Mathieu Foundation works on a number of causes, including providing school supplies to underprivileged youth and distributing food on Thanksgiving. Well done by both of these players. And again, we just
What he said.
Tyrann on the first drive of the game got kicked in the head. We went through all the concussion protocol, and he was ruled out for the remainder of the game. 2nd and 4. And almost a loss, but
3rd and 2.
Game for Singletary. And I got to ask you, with Matthew out basically this entire game, have the Bills really exploited that so far, Tony?
Not yet. I think that, part of it is that you want to stay true to what your plan is going in and everything. But right now, you got to remember, this Kansas City defense, what Spagnuolo's done, since week 8, they're number 1 in scoring defense, number 1 in turnover scores. Right now, I put pressure on, not on this play. I think you'd want to go ahead and pretend like you're going to run with Josh Allen again. Maybe
I do the Josh Allen play again. They can't stop it. Well, they go to McKenzie this time, and they get, they're stuffed. 4th and 1. From this field position, I dare you. They're going to punt. I would have just done the Josh Allen thing again.
The 2 times they've gotten stopped, they tried just a simple handoff. You have a guy who almost can't be stopped, right? You can run him, I'm fine with that. Then you use that against the team and play action. I mean, people are wide open. But to just hand it off, that's not your team streak, right? You could have been decent at it, but that's not the right way to go down.
So the 3rd punt of the night. The Hawk. And Mike Hughes is back deep. He is down to catch it at 24. The quarterback now returns.
Really good return. And because he doesn't play for the Rams, he can actually hold on to the ball. I think they'll coach up ball security this week with the Rams, especially considering they're playing the 49ers, who are really good at getting the ball out. I sure hope they coach up ball security. The Rams would be the more fun team to have in the Super Bowl, so I lean towards them instead of the 49ers. But got to appreciate the 49ers taking care of Dallas and the Saints.
And the Packers.
And making a lot of people happy with the Packers. It's a good question from Dave Portnoy from Barstool. He said, how many times are these idiots going to take the ball out of Josh Allen's hands on 3rd and short? You got a point there. Jalen Ramsey turned off replies to his tweets today because people were giving him shit about getting burned by Mike Evans. How about this chick? I thought these were burgers. They're chocolate muffins. They look like burgers. Either way, delicious. Who's been through the most, Spider-Man, Wanda, or Thor? That's a tough call. This Spider-Man got his aunt killed by somebody from another fucking universe because he fucked it up and opened the multiverse, so it's kind of his fault that the Green Goblin killed his aunt. Spoilers.
Progressive, save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And by Pepsi, tune in on February 13th and catch the Pepsi Super Bowl halftime show.
That's just fun.
So the Chiefs held the football for 8 minutes. Not that long ago, that defense right back out there.
Oh, Mahomes again getting out of there.
The pressure is able to slide away from it and turn it into a gain of a couple. And speaking of Mahomes, we were talking about his record at home, Tony, in the postseason, the 6-1 you talked about. How about this? The touchdown to pick ratio. Add another one, by the way, after tonight. It's now 21-1.
I am shocked that he threw an interception.
What's wrong with him?
I don't know. He's got to get.
I'm shocked you didn't make
He's
it
so
in the end zone.
tough, and to do this at such a young age.
Well, he shouldn't have fumbled the snap to begin with.
Everything really.
We're shitting on Romo now.
I'm even more impressed this year that he's understanding the game and checking it down and just.
Dez dropped it. God, Kelsey. He wasn't wide open that time. It was just a great play. At least somebody got in Kelsey's way, but it didn't stop him.
Down the field, but he decided to take. Go ahead and watch. You can throw that one there, but Kelsey has the option. He's got a go route that he would have thrown, but he knows with the leverage that Kelsey in that matchup's going to win. He's just taking what the defense gives him, and then the big plays are happening. And you saw 5 touchdowns last week. I mean,
He's hit his last 6.
Feels like this game's leaning towards Kansas City. I said that at halftime, even after the missed field goal. Bills have got to start making better calls on 3rd and short. That's the difference in the game right now.
Traded 3 picks. As you see some of this action right here. Underneath Russo. They're just, the arm angles are just incredible to watch.
It's his vision to be able to see things, and the game is so slow for him. He sees all of it, but it's like then he has that uncanny ability to throw from all these arm angles. It's just really hard. The Bills made a concerted effort in this offseason.
Big run here. Every now and then they're sticking in a run, and it's just completely catching the Bills off guard.
That gives him 4 carries for 49 yards.
4 carries, 49 yards.
He gets lost.
That's pretty effective.
58 Milano right there.
They're going to have 100 yards rushing between Mahomes and Allaire.
What's happening is when you have 2 high safeties, you got to fit your gaps perfectly because you're down a guy. But I was just talking, the Bills made a concerted effort to beat the Chiefs because in the playoff game and the championship game, they did not get the pressure. Mahomes had too much time, so they went and drafted 2 guys first.
Chiefs have hit some big plays. The Bills really haven't. And they're making bad play calls on 3rd and short. And McCole Hardman's going to score on a reverse touchdown. That never should have happened. Bills are going to make me go 1-3 on picks this weekend.
And then you see Brown seals it, but it was all Hardman. I mean, you're going to see some good blocks, but watch this little subtle change. Oh, and then turn it back on. Fooled Addison, number 9.
Speed. That's the advantage they have over pretty much everybody they play. Speed.
What a play. What a burst.
GG, Bills.
And then all of a sudden, these big plays start happening.
Well, the extra point's no good. That's a missed field goal and a missed extra point for the Chiefs. They're up by 9.
A 25-yard touchdown. Turn it on the Jets. My goodness. McCole Hardman.
Every time I hear that song, I think of Beavis and Butthead watching the music video for it. I'm a firework, Butthead. No, you're not. He kicks Butthead in the balls. Shut up. I'm an M80. He also Jimmy Garoppolo hit on Aaron Andrews again. I don't blame him. I follow a great Twitter account called Wrestling Theme Songs That Are Easily Forgotten, and they just post videos of the most random wrestling entrance music that people forgot about. It's great. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this song.
Who do you think will be the first 7 seed playoff team to win a game, to win a playoff game?
First 7th seed playoff team to win a game. Somebody like the Saints or Falcons.
You don't think it'll be AFC?
They probably come from the AFC.
You probably have like the Raiders or the Chargers.
The Raiders or the Chargers or the Dolphins. Raiders, Chargers, Dolphins, Ravens. Colts. They should be better than a 7th seed, though. Shame on the Colts.
Championship games presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Stream games on mobile with the Yahoo Sports and NFL apps. Hardman's holding that shoulder throughout this timeout. That was his first ever rush touchdown in the NFL, regular or post. And you saw the
And
big
Butker's
plays
bum ass missed the extra point.
for Kansas City. They only had 2 that were 20 yards plus in the Week 5 matchup. They've got 7 already in this one.
Well, I'm out of Twizzlers. I'm not happy. I'm on the last one.
By the way, Friday on CBS, our coverage of the PGA Tour season begins with a special day and time.
I wish I liked golf, because golf is pretty fucking cool.
Torrey Pines will have live coverage Friday starting at 5 Eastern, back again Saturday 4:30. The PGA Tour is on CBS. What a field, too. John Rahm, who's won the Farmers and won a U.S. Open there. Dustin Johnson, DeChambeau, Koepka, Justin Thomas, Matsuyama, Jordan Spieth, Mickelson, Patrick Reed defends. That's Friday night and Saturday night on CBS. No first downs, just that one.
Josh Allen taking a deep shot. They've got it. Touchdown, Buffalo. Gabriel Davis. One play. Not yet.
I mean, if Kansas City gets a touchdown, then it's still a 2-score.
They helped you out with a missed extra point and missed field goal.
Exploit the absence of Matthew, and they did right here, I guess, huh?
Yes, and he could have thrown it right there in the middle.
What the fuck is? Look at Sorensen.
And you called it, Jim. Exploiting that deep safety, you'll see the vision. He has 2 guys, but that throw was so good to keep the guy running over the top of Thornhill. And he's in a tough spot. He had to defend over back in this. The eyes
Good quarterback play makes Tony Romo get overcome with emotion. 23-21. I thought the Chiefs were starting to pull away. One play later.
Wow, getting the Bills back in, and it's not the same old Bills last year.
I was going to say, are the Bills going to make me wrong for the 2nd year in a row because I picked them last year? Like a fucking moron. I say that because they got their ass beat last year. It's destiny. Thought a cat was scratching at my window.
The NFL sure has got exciting compared to the last 2 decades.
Yeah, suddenly Brady disappears, and wow, we're in a brave new world of possibilities here. As far as excitement and parody. It'd be funny if Brady retires and Bruce Arians says, "Yeah, I'm out too." Then the Bucks would be really screwed. Like, yep, I'm out. I just make Todd Bowles the head coach. They'd probably still be all right.
If Brady goes, they're going to lose a lot of players, though.
Mm-hmm. If Brady goes, Gronk goes.
The NFL on CBS, sponsored by Pizza Hut. Order today at PizzaHut.com.
No.
Trucks, JD Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality. Well, that was a quick answer, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. And I mean, these two quarterbacks have a gun, but
Look at this right here. Smallest combined margin on a divisional round weekend, 18. Now, also keep in this when you talk about margins. The Bills, all of their wins this year, all 12 wins were by double figures. They were 0-5 in one-score games.
The Bills are 0-5 in one-score games, and they're in a one-score game.
24-3 down at halftime, and really that second half, and they'll even tell you that.
yeah,
That began really.
that's where they started
here.
Yep, and turning into this team, they kind of switched up some things on offense, and that's where I think these quarterbacks, too many trying to create big plays, all this stuff. They just started to take what the defense gives them, and here we are. And look at that, Mahomes 20 for 26 today.
Yeah, Josh Allen 17 out of 20. But those percentages for both of them.
Actually, I got a funny for you.
He avoids another sack. Gets 6 yards. It's brought down hard.
And that's why they went and got a couple of D linemen.
How many times should they have sacked him today but didn't do it?
They don't have to blitz.
69
They got to create this just these 4 guys. And right here you see Russo, he created it, made Mahomes move around. He took one big shot here at the end.
He did. He had that one you saw earlier, too, where he got a hit on the sideline.
Ow.
To helmet Edmonds is the one who was in on that tackle.
But he's a runner.
There's a runner there. I'm going to try to clarify that. 2nd and 4.
Low pass, it's caught.
Gray, and still spinning and going. The officials.
Well, he's down. Yeah, no, he's down.
Touchdown by contact. First down.
What a catch it was, though, by
This ref really speaks clearly.
the rookie out of Duke.
He really speaks clearly.
Barely gets his hand under. That's an incredible catch. You saw 30.
Clean catch it is, gain of 6.
Jackson just get his hand. You'll see him touch him right there.
And the crowd's booing it. God, people in Kansas City have gone full retard in the last couple of years.
First down, looking up.
Talk about a group of people that weren't built to handle success. Tyreek Hill giving up yards.
So efficient.
At 8, got probably
Tyreek
6.
Hill's always playing tag when he gets the ball. He looks at everyone and usually a tackle that point, and everyone's like, wait, what do we do? He's faster than all of us.
Go to the fourth quarter, 23-21.
In that quarter.
Just as close as every other game, but oddly just calm.
Josh Allen, 17 for 22 touchdowns. Last week, he had more touchdowns than incompletions.
Crazy.
Close to that today. Mahomes, same thing.
Going to the 4th. Another nail biter on divisional weekend. Who will it has to take on Cincinnati?
I always dreamed of having kids of my own.
I don't.
The playoffs have not disappointed, though.
I figured they'd be crazy once we got the fucking bullshit teams out. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, New England. New England, who I wanted to believe in, but late in the regular season, I jumped off that bandwagon. And my phone's only down to 27%. And it's been used a lot today. This phone is my crutch. If my phone stopped working, I'd go to lunch and buy a new phone. Or otherwise, I wouldn't be able to do that fucking job. Everybody be sure to go on Twitter and troll Nick Wright if the Chiefs lose, because he's just been talking mad shit for weeks about how this is the easiest playoff run for a team ever because they're going to steamroll the Steelers. The Bills ain't shit. Another Super Bowl. He's just been talking mad shit constantly. Trying to make me hate the Chiefs. I don't even give a shit about Nick Wright, but every time I get on there, I'm seeing something from him making fun of the other teams. He's got real Skip Bayless energy going on right now.
Sensing the drumbeat of another game, right down to the last seconds. As we start the fourth, Lance Tony Romo, Tracy Wolfson, Jay Feely. 2nd and 5 for the Chiefs, up 2.
Make the tackle. He missed the tackle, and Hill gets a first down.
Picks up 6.
Would you really have been able to stop him on 3rd and 3 anyway?
The tackle by Johnson, Taron Johnson.
The patience of Mahomes is just the evolution of a great young player. Look at his eyes. See how he doesn't look at him until the very last second. That's right. It's hard to get, going in the direction wherever he's throwing it. So your leverage is always used against you.
What was he telling us yesterday? All the different personnel through the season he's had to work with, like Pringle and McKinnon, etc. It's made, he said, him a better quarterback.
Mahomes looking to make a Josh Allen throw, but there's nobody there. Wow, how often do you see Mahomes just give up and throw it away?
He was wanting a call down the field, but nothing's there. What we've seen, Tony, to your point before, through the 7 quarters. Talking about for Buffalo, Josh Allen, 7 touchdown passes, 7 incompletions.
I remember one time Skip Bayless said Aaron Rodgers is the most cowardly quarterback he's ever seen. He plays like a coward because he led the league in throwaways. Well, yeah, because he's not going to throw an interception, you dumbass. No, he's a coward. That was almost a botched play. And it ends up getting 5 yards anyway.
That's the tricky thing is that, you got them 2 straight years in the playoffs, and they met each of the last regular seasons too, and they'll meet again, by the way, next year in the regular season here at Arrowhead. But then you start thinking, well, it's a rivalry. That means it's always going to be, most of the time, those 2 guys. There's just too many of the Joe Burrow. He's out there. He's going to have a big voice in this. Justin Herbert. We talked about this earlier. The AFC loaded with young talent at this position.
You're exactly right. The biggest thing, this is a huge play. I'm going to see this one here. Changing the play now. They got a chance to actually get down the field here with Tyreek.
Oh, it's dropped by Pringle.
I can't believe it. So he changed the play.
Punt it.
And if Tyreek Hill would have gone deep there, he was one-on-one with no safety help. But once you change the play to go underneath, you're thinking it's a zone.
I'll hit the fucking double coverage on Tyreek Hill. And that was a drop by Pringle. Got to make that play, son.
Huge play for the Bills right there.
Taking them off the field for just the 2nd time in this game. They forced a big punt on their 2nd series. Johnson's punt to the 9, and Hyde has it. 38-yard punt got the job done inside the 10.
23-21.
You are watching the Intuit TurboTax.
Boo, Intuit TurboTax sucks. Download Drake software. Just don't call us so I don't have to talk on the phone with you. That I said all along, it's going to be the real test when I finally have to get on a damn phone and explain to some retard how to use tax prep software.
It's not hard.
It's really not. Want to go to LA for 3 weeks and go to the championship game, the Bush Clash, and the Super Bowl? How expensive do you think that trip would be?
I don't even want to know. I wonder how much the Clash is. How much do you think tickets to the Clash are?
I won't even know where to begin. $75. I don't know.
After the game, stay tuned for a special NCIS Hawaii. The newest NCIS crew investigates trouble in paradise. Vanessa Lachey stars. NCIS Hawaii, special night right after the game.
Still winnable, Buffalo. Very winnable. 2 touchdowns in his last 3 pass attempts. I love stats like that. Uh-oh, pressure on Allen. He finds Gabe Davis again.
And again, it goes back to Davis, who's having a huge game.
Well, let's go ahead and go back to that rocket ball that went up into the sky here, and it was just on a rope for being that deep, and no one has more touchdowns of 25 yards or more this year than Josh Allen. You see, he has the ability. But right now, these are the drives that cement legacies, that kind of change the perspective people have of you.
Here's a first down.
Lobs a screen to Dawson Knox. That was a lob on a screen pass. That was funny.
Tracy, over to you.
Jim, some frustration from the Chiefs defense after that long touchdown. Chris Jones challenging the defensive line to be better, turn up the intensity. Spags spent some time with Juan Thornhill telling him, just move on from it. Put it behind you. Quarterbacks coach Sam Addison challenging his DBs to give the defensive line some time to get to Allen.
I've gotten to him once.
You just can't understand how loud it is in here right now. For Josh Allen trying to commute.
I will in a minute.
See the false start.
False start.
It's just so loud. I mean, this is a huge home field advantage right now.
We credit that penalty to the Chief fan base.
False start. Offense number 88. 5-yard penalty. Second down. Will the game clock operator please reset the game clock to 12:44? Thank you.
False start.
That ref's a legend.
2nd and 15.
Ooh, that's a catch.
I don't think the feet were down.
No, that's a catch.
You're right. He's having quite the game today.
I'm going to say that's a catch.
Let's see, because I thought he might have been in, Jim.
Yeah, that's a catch. Oh, well, the bobble.
By the time he had control of the air. Now, the feet were down, but he has to double catch it. So right here, that would be a catch right there. But now, does that possession, because it gets out of both hands, incomplete.
Say incomplete now. Please don't challenge it so we have to watch a 10-minute review.
Previous play is under review.
Oh! Thought he was going to get stripped, but he just gets sacked. The Chiefs get a long touchdown drive here now. The Bills would be in deep shit. Diggs ain't done shit today, has he? Uh-oh. Never mind, there's a flag. And another good return, but it ain't going to count.
And this is really going to shift field position if this is on the Chiefs.
Which it is.
You're all the way back at your 15-yard line, and to get it back at the 20 or 15 would be...
That was a 54-yard punt. As that defensive unit that was quarreling early in this game is now looking solid and going through what they're going to face the next time they're out on that field. But it'll be a while. Kansas City football. Where will they start after we learn of this penalty?
When you talk about, you see Andy Reid there, Coach McDermott. They're both really just sound coaches. of a lot. Great defensive mind, great offensive mind, but really they're great organization from top to bottom, both sides. They know the game. That's why I think these quarterbacks, the rivalry, because the organizations are going to give them the ability to be back here year in, year out.
There are 2 fouls on the play, 1 by each team.
Oh, goody.
Kicking team member went out of bounds on his own, number 25. Personal foul, block below the waist, receiving team. Kansas City is elected to replay the down, 4th down.
So they'll do it again. You're talking about Andy Reid.
Make him punt to Tyreek Hill again. That's not a bad idea.
4th most all-time for coaches with playoff wins, 18. If he wins tonight, he would join Shula for 3rd at 19. You got Landry at 20, and then, of course, you got Bill Belichick at 31.
Yeah, I'm not putting Sean McDermott on that level.
Right, but here's a guy that took a team that hadn't seen the postseason in a long time, and he's taken 4 out of the last 5 years.
I think McDermott is unbelievable, and he's on the same path as like an Andy Reid did. Just they're both really good, but Andy Reid's been around so long, so he's able to look right there. He can go back through his Rolodex and history and say, okay, the teams are playing this way. Oh, I remember that play in 2006. This could get it.
All right, they got to punt it again. Bills, second best in the league in coverage.
Thought it was going to get blocked. So did Jim Nance. Uh-oh. Oh, Tyreek Hill stumbling. The kicker's not going to get him, and everybody finally the kicker slowed him down. Making them re-kick to Tyreek Hill.
46-yard return.
I mean, I can't believe it. Tyreek Hill, he just playing tag like we talk about. Oh, what a spin move right there. That was a perfect juke button spin move, circle, and then at the
Good effort by Hack.
Hawk had to turn around.
His name is Hack.
And really make an athletic play here. And bring him down. Again, this was
Mahomes like, yay, Brady ball, short field. Yeah, eating some clock would be nice before you score this touchdown.
Phillips is on him after 3.
And you saw the special teams in that Packer game. You know, the block punt, these plays change. I mean, seasons, Jim. I mean, it's like they come down to them sometimes, and people forget those special teams. It's hard. Things are tough in the playoffs. Good teams, those are the difference makers. And I think a lot of teams and coaches just they kind of want to get those plays over with, right? Just nothing bad, and then you got.
You talked about Green Bay last night. And what happened for San Francisco with that block punt, block field goal.
It's
field goal to win it, Robbie Gould. 2nd and 7.
Run it again.
10 and again. 2 straight carries.
Ball's out.
They're playing it on the field like it was a fumble. Micah Hyde's in there.
The Chiefs have it.
Recovered by the Chiefs.
The 3rd and 1.
He falls on the football.
It looked like he was down just naked eye, right? Like he's.
Oh, no, that's a fumble. But that Chiefs recovered.
His knee was down, though, I thought, before then. This is actually interesting because they should go back. That knee's down.
No, it's not. What the fuck is Tony Romo looking at?
The ball spotted at the 12, Tony.
I don't know. Is that worth? Is it worth a challenge?
No, because he fumbled.
3.
You tell me.
That's a tough call right here.
9:50 to go.
Chiefs they never run a QB sneak.
3rd and 1 it is.
Direct snap to. It's not Kelsey. Wow, the Bills blow it up. I like the play call, but the Bills blow it up. Got to take the field goal.
At the end of the regular season.
Go up by 5.
And, of course, last week, Kelsey threw a touchdown against the
I think points are so important. You've already missed a field goal and an extra point. You just got to take whatever points you can get now.
Prepared for that. McDermott goes flying down the sideline, yelling at his team, option.
Hopefully Butker won't choke again.
All of a sudden they play it out perfectly. I think they can sneak, but it was too long to do that.
Now they have to bring out Butker.
That was a cool play call.
Around 8 yards.
Hey, he made this one.
I'd say about it. 3rd and 1, you take the ball.
26-21, Kansas City. 8:55 to go.
It's not that the playoffs are on the line, though, right?
No, nothing. Nothing at all.
That was a cool play call. It's a shame it didn't work.
I thought he was gonna sneak it.
Yeah. This guy, as a joke, said, "Man, I can't wait to be back in Nashville next week for the AFC Championship game." And 5 Points Vid says, "What bar are you going to watch it in?"
Well, which one?
What time do the Titans play? September?
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Nissan. Electric cars for electric drivers. Geico, you could save even more by bundling home and car insurance.
Kick off commercial.
And by Indeed, we help people get jobs. So they had a 1st and 10, Tony, at the 16, and they didn't throw the football after that. Ended up with a field goal. Ran it a couple of times with McKinnon, and they had Bell running the option as a quarterback. And it's a 26-21 lead, Kansas City, inside 9 minutes.
We looked earlier, right, on the design play, or the concepts that are like, oh, let's trick them a little bit, but that one...
26-21, Kansas City with 8:55 to go.
Championship weekend presented by Intuit TurboTax Live kicks off next Sunday. AFC Championship game is up first. We have it. CBS 3 p.m. Eastern, followed by the NFC
September something or other.
49ers and Rams, 6:30 Eastern time. And there you see the brackets. By the way, Cincinnati and San Francisco both winning yesterday. Today marks 40 years to the day when Cincinnati and San Francisco met in the Super Bowl in Pontiac, Michigan. The first Super Bowl that John Madden and Pat Summerall called together.
Down by 5, the Buffalo Bills.
Telecast of all time. Cincinnati and San Francisco both winners yesterday. Here's Allen.
Cole Beasley, gain of 8.
Yeah, you talked about it. I mean, we can second guess every call, but these coaches are outstanding. They know what they're doing there, but our job as fans to nitpick whenever something doesn't go right. You know, at the end of the game here, you're going to want your best player.
Chiefs should be up 30-21. Should be. Goddamn kickers.
It's not that there's that play. It's like no throw.
Skip's always the first one to bitch about kickers, but if the Chiefs lose, he won't mention it.
Allen, by the way, leads the NFL in fourth quarter completion percentage. So, second in the NFL.
There's that Josh Allen run play, but this time Frank Clark tackles him for a loss. These 3rd and short play calls have killed the Bills, so I don't know what they're going to do here.
This was an unbelievable play by Frank Clark. I mean, he's double teamed and just splits the double team and still makes the tackle.
While Davis has had a big game, Diggs has been held to 3 catches for a total of 7 yards and not a single reception in the second half.
Oh my goodness. He's going to have a
Let's go to
chance here.
Diggs
You've got
now.
him one-on-one if you want to throw it to him.
Looking the other way.
Beasley, first down.
Beasley to move the chains.
This was a really good job by Josh just to back out. And I think if Beasley's not open, his eyes would have came right back to Diggs coming
And if
across.
you score, you go for 2. Now you go for 2.
Every one of these
To go up by 3.
These plays right now is just, it's your season. This is, if you're Josh Allen, you've already done the Patriots.
Remember, kiddies, you score here, you go for 2.
Take them out in the playoffs. That's been there forever against, the Bills for a long time. The next hurdle is the Chiefs. You lose to them in the AFC Championship game last year. That's your next hurdle. What's staring at you right now in front of your face? You want to go ahead and do that and win in this stadium? Wow, that would change your legacy over.
I haven't seen much from Singletary lately, but he got 4 yards.
As we take a look at unique shots from the game, brought to you by Paramount Plus. Of course, when you're out there and you're playing and you're in that moment, you're not thinking about legacies and all of that. You're just trying to figure out a way to solve the riddle right now, not the big picture of where it's going to put your stature.
No question, but you definitely know going into this. But even when you're going out there, you relish the opportunity. He knows
Singletary again.
just for their team and organization.
3rd and 5.
Singletary just kind of
Another 3rd down, yeah.
Having drafted
I'm surprised anytime either of these teams straight up just line up and run the ball
this is going to go for the next 10, 15 years.
when it's not a quarterback play or something.
Everyone's more successful because they're there. But to become the best, you've got to beat the best. And Mahomes has already shown, the ability to play in 3 straight AFC Championship games, and it could be a 4th. I mean, you got to go beat that guy to become that guy.
I do agree. Josh is very aware of all of that.
Yes. Right now, I just saw
Bills are 4 for 10 on 3rd down, but they converted a couple of 4ths earlier, and Allen's got it and trucks through Ward to get across midfield and was really pumped about it.
9 yards.
And that's why he said, give me the ball. You said it, keep the ball in your quarterback's hand at the end of this game. And, oh, man, big hit coming in. But Josh Allen just got a first down.
Charvarius Ward got
Ward's the guy that Allen ran through. He's still laying on the ground.
What if your resume?
They're going to score and get the 2, and then this game will wind up going to overtime. Mahomes only has 190 yards, but I feel like he's playing out of his mind. Nick Wright, never letting Mahomes throw the ball after that Tyreek punt return is suboptimal, in my humble opinion. I would have to agree. He's nervous. Nick Wright's getting nervous. Josh Allen quite literally just killed a man. And you could say the Bills are too reliant on Josh Allen running the ball, but at this point, why not? I understand the regular season you don't want to get him killed, but now, go out there and break your legs. Just win us a Super Bowl. Win us a Super Bowl before you go down for good. At this point, you're just going with what works. You don't have to worry about long term right now. What's going to win me the game right now? For them, it's Josh Allen running in short yardage situations. Because nothing else has worked in those situations. Oh my God, shut up.
This is a guy that's going to be getting a lot of attention. DeAndre Baker comes in for Charvarius Ward, who got run over by Josh Allen.
Josh Allen just put a man in the medical tent.
He's going to be out there. It's interesting. You're going to leave him on an island. Remember, Matthews out too. Baker was the Jim Thorpe Award winner at Georgia, first-round pick, and now they're asking him to go against
5 minutes to go.
so far in this game.
Down by 5.
Davis and Baker at the bottom. First down after the Allen carry.
Inside, check it down.
Here comes the rush. Yeah. Throw it away. Rookie Josh Allen wouldn't have done that. Hell, second-year Josh Allen wouldn't have done that.
Allen doing a nifty job of avoiding a sack, kind of what we've seen Mahomes do a good handful of times in this game, same type of thing. Looks like they have him, and they're able to feel it and move out of that area.
Yeah, they're special at that. Damn it is the reason why there wasn't a completion, because we just mentioned it in that last play. One-on-one at the bottom. Davis, he had him. He had to move around.
Emmanuel Sanders, who's seen little action. He's at the bottom.
Sanders and Diggs haven't gotten much going today. Back to Beasley. About 9 yards, 3rd and 1.
Keeps him short of the yardage.
It's 4-down territory, make no mistake.
So this is what they're doing to protect, right? They're going to get these safeties back out of there. So Josh Allen, get the ball underneath quickly. Check it down.
Always third down.
They're trying to disguise it and pretend like throw it outside, throw it here, do one-on-one, attack Baker.
Quarterback sneak.
With 4:20 to go.
Blaze it up. Quarterback sneak. Nope. Bootleg, and he's going to run it himself. It's a race with Clark to the sideline. He got it.
Clark gets the first down. Well, you can see he looks up and Clark is across the line, and Josh had to find that other gear.
Well, remember, they would have got stopped there too, right? Everyone just runs that play. Hey, Josh, just keep it. The designed runs have really not been stopped today. It's hard in general, but they do it so many different ways. Give Dable credit.
The 3rd down conversion on this drive, 3 for 3.
Got a chance at
Singletary. In traffic to about the 31. Coming up, we got the State Farm postgame show. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cowher, all that crew back in there. Pat Curran behind the scenes. All of them watching very closely this game with so much running.
Big deal.
To host next week's AFC Championship game.
Against Cincinnati. Blitz from the Chiefs. They got killed on this earlier. Knock it down that time. Surprised they didn't just go straight deep shot because they blitzed. He took the intermediate throw. Defender knocked it right out of Beasley's hands. They were 3 for 9 on 3rd down. They've been 3 for 3 on this drive. I don't know about that. They're going to run it with Allen. And they just barely get a yard and a half. What do you want? That was a go for it kind of call. I'm sure they thought they were going to get more than a yard and a half. This is huge. If the Bills get this first down, like they said, they control their destiny pretty much. Oh, he tried to take off running too fast. He's going to get it. He is ridiculous. I thought he was too quick to try to run and was going to give up a bad sack, but right there, I'm like, oh, shit, they're fucked. And then as soon as he fell down, now they run the game. He got out of bounds. That stops the clock. Chiefs have 3 timeouts on the 2-minute warning. Bills still haven't scored yet, but this is where it gets complicated for the Chiefs. Simply just stop them, but if they score, you might be in trouble. That ball almost got intercepted off a ricochet. It hit the COVID boy in the chest, and he bobbled it up in the air.
Really close. The ball's just barely behind Beasley, and part of that.
Up in the air by Snead, and yeah, that was a live ball when it was coming toward Nick. Incomplete. A drive that has taken over 6 minutes.
That would have been a heartbreaking
To make it the drive of his life.
Do you sneakily just keep going to him running?
Yes. You got to make this clock disappear, but the Chiefs have 3 timeouts and 2-minute warning. They go back to it again, and he gets out of bounds. Gets crushed out of bounds as well. So that was just a waste of a play because you got out of bounds and didn't even get much. They're on 3rd down again.
The National Football League, him and Mahomes account for so much of their team's offense. But
You got 2 plays to pick up 7. Ball spotted at the 20.
the biggest thing is to get up there. To me, I wouldn't go back there. They've obviously shown me on this drive, right? If he's going to run it, do it from actually dropping back. That gives you your best chance. Someone over the middle.
That couldn't have gone any worse. 4th and like 15 now. That couldn't have gone any worse. Man, if only the Steelers had Melvin Ingram. Yeah.
So disruptive. Wow. This is going to be really difficult.
2-minute warning. 4th and 13. I'm trying to think what they should be.
Josh Allen's going to the end zone with this. He's throwing this one to the end zone.
It's tough to say what they're going to do here.
He's throwing this one to the end zone.
I think they're just going to try to extend the play, try to get to the end zone, but if nothing's open, take off running and just race them to the line because there's going to be guys waiting right where they need to get to, but if they can just extend the play. Chiefs got to get pressure, and the Bills just got to try to extend the play. The longer the play goes, the better their chances are. That was a horrible play.
The other 4th down really shouldn't have worked, though.
That Chiefs win probability. Just like to point out that the Rams were at like a 90 at one point before the Bucs tied it up. Remember the Falcons' blown lead in the Super Bowl was so bad, the way they calculate that, they're like, we might need to reconsider how we calculate win probability. Because the Falcons literally broke it. It didn't make any sense. Blow a 25-point lead, you don't even give up a single onside kick. Patriots didn't even have to attempt an onside kick. It broke win probability. Come on, we all want to see the Bills get this first down. Keep
Not
this
me.
game going. Oh, yeah, not you. Bet responsibly. And then there's Michael.
I should have put $100 on Cincy and 49ers making the Super Bowl.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL. And by Michelob Ultra. Enjoy responsibly. One play that can define a season for 2 teams. What are you gonna
4th and 13 at the 2-minute warning. What the hell? Oh, a fan ran on the field.
Some frustration on him. He did. He tackled.
Said Stephon Diggs laid the guy out.
Here's what I think. You're seeing Kansas City tee off. They know passes are
Chiefs fan trying to help the Chiefs out.
which either way means they're going toward him. And then they have
Anybody else want to run on the field and get hit by a big, mean football player?
12 or 13 yards at least. So go ahead and chip the edges. Give your quarterback time. And go ahead and send someone right through the middle of the field. And Diggs coming right behind him inside.
Somebody ran on the field, I'd probably beat the shit out of him if I was a player. What are they going to do? They can't say nothing. He's the one that's trespassing. I felt threatened. Is that what white people always say? I felt threatened.
7
Been nickel and dime all day with this offense. Pump fake. He's got it. Oh, dear God. Gabe Davis was wide open. Touchdown. That's ridiculous. When Jim Nance jumped out of his chair, I said, no. What the fuck was the corner doing? Watch this corner. Juked him out of his shoes and got wide open. And you go for 2 to go up by 3. Run. You waited too long. Uh-oh. Got it, Stephon Diggs. The Bills are up by 3. It's not enough, though. 29-26 Buffalo. Nick Wright's scared to death. No, they got Mahomes and 3 timeouts. They're at the very least should tie it, but Butker's been crappy today. Missed field goal, missed extra point. Woo! You had to score, though. It was 4th and forever. At the very least, I figure the Chiefs will tie it up. But a turnover here would be dreamy. And how the hell is Gabe Davis working over the Chiefs? Best route I've seen all postseason. Ooh.
3 touchdowns, 142 yards. That's the game of his life, and he's doing it on the biggest stage, the biggest moment for him.
I get that. It's one of those things where we just want to grab each other and go, ah! Why do we do that as men? Why do men do that? You get hopped up and you're just like, ah! Andreas, you're right. This has been the best playoffs ever. I would say a good quarterback for the Chiefs, but before Mahomes, they hadn't had one since like the fucking 70s. Trent Green, he was okay. And you can't knock Alex Smith. Alex, the law of averages Smith. 154 and 3 timeouts. Chiefs are definitely still in this. Watch the route by Gabe Davis. Whoosh. Oh, my God. Sickening. That route was disgusting. Speaking of disgusting, let's see how bad they struggle to get Mahomes on the ground here. Nope. Incomplete. He had a foot out of bounds when he caught it.
Again, tonight after the game, stay tuned for NCIS Hawaii on a special night. They call that incomplete. It's really incomplete that night.
He had a foot out of bounds when he caught it.
Hawaii right after the game. CBS.
When is NCIS Rutherford County going to come on?
It's popular on the West Coast.
Second and 10.
Mahomes dancing around. Nobody's coming open. He's got to avoid another sack and throw it away. 3rd and 10. Oh, boy.
Now you got third and
Chiefs are on a 3rd and 10.
previous play, same thing. Mahomes buying time. Here was McKinnon. He stepped out.
Oh,
That's a great call.
It was, but really
Was it
silly on his part. It's just a hair not knowing where you are, and that happens to running backs more. People realize, especially.
Come on, we at least want to see overtime.
And here you go. 3rd and 10.
Against the number 1.
You can't let us down here and go 4 and out.
Defense, scoring defense. Best on 3rd down. It's a 3rd and 10.
Yeah, Bills had the best defense in the league all year in almost every category.
Launches it.
And Kelsey's got the first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Did a great job. Kelsey with a little nudge at the top. He's gonna
You knew between 2 plays, 3rd and 4th down, they were probably going to get it.
It was not. Mahomes was not going to end the season right there on those 2 plays, 3rd and 4th. He's going to give his team a chance here.
McKinnon again, just completely fucking lost.
Bail out on it because, again, pocket was collapsing. Again, the State Farm postgame show directly after this. JB, Phil, Nate, Boomer, Coach Cowher, State Farm postgame show. We got 1:13 to go. We got all 3 timeouts for the Chiefs. You got this guy right here with the big leg.
He's already pretty much costing the game.
Over the middle. Uh-oh, Tyreek Hill caught it on the run. Bye. Touchdown, Kansas City, but there's a minute to go.
That was insane. Tyreek Hill just.
He caught that shell on the run. And an extra point's going to put him up by 4. Tyreek Hill. I know he's fast, but that's playoff fast right there. Boom. Right here. Just, you knew it was over. Robinson knew it was over. Throw the peace sign.
After being held.
Yeah. Just look how much faster he is.
Behind him giving him the peace sign as he was going by.
And the extra point's good. It's 33-29. Now the Bills need a touchdown in a minute.
Could be 37.
The Bills have hit a couple of big touchdowns, but for most of the day it's been 8 yards, 8 yards, 8 yards. You can't do that with a minute. I don't even care if you got 3 timeouts. Just when I thought Gabe Davis hit the nastiest play of the playoffs, here comes Tyreek Hill. Oh, man. Skip's going to say, if only Brady had a Tyreek Hill. He says that shit. He will post that so often watching the Chiefs play, if only Brady ever had a Tyreek Hill.
2 touchdowns, 52 seconds.
Are you not entertained?
First ever playoff game between 2 teams that come off of a 40-point performance the previous week in the postseason, and yet there's still plenty.
Both teams put up 40 in their first playoff games. Bills have 3 timeouts. It's got to be a touchdown. They're down by 4.
I mean, just, I know we keep talking about it, but this was a quarterback game.
Fucking knockout punch right there.
Today, I really feel like both of them have played such a perfect game and incredibly smart. And then when their team needs them to rise up, Jim.
Big play after big play after big play.
One more if you're a Bills fan.
McKenzie back deep. That cannot be returned.
Just a rivalry.
A minute and 2 and 3 timeouts.
No question. You got
This is the new Brady Manning.
yards, 62
Is this
seconds.
a rivalry yet?
Yeah.
With all of your timeouts.
They play every fucking year now because they always win their division. They always wind up in the playoffs.
People from outside the stadium screaming.
The Bills-Chiefs rivalry.
Right now, you got to be poised. Tell your guys, listen, no offside, don't jump early.
Been waiting on something like this in the AFC.
Wait for the ball, watch the ball, snap. There's no cadence here. I'm going to lift my leg.
Oh, I hope they pull it out of their ass. I just want this game to keep going back and forth. We're running out of time, though. It's not going to go back and forth much more. Up top, nobody there. Is that grounding?
Diggs the closest.
They got to talk about that. They say Diggs was close.
This is where you got to calm your nerves. Go ahead and run this. And go ahead and hit pause. Right there, Jim. Just get started. He's trying to throw that way on the outside up there.
Diggs ran the wrong route.
Moving right. Its nerves are amped up, but if you can get going, and all of a sudden you get in phase in front of it. You saw one deep exhale.
Down to 56 seconds and counting.
Next play, second down.
Wide open, Gabe Davis again. Timeout. They're across midfield. Timeout. You got 3. They're actually going to fucking get down here and have a shot at this.
These two guys, I mean, I feel like
if they get it, I hope it's
playing on both sides. Quarterback. Look at that. What a throw. Yeah, I mean, just.
But again, when they go for these passes down the field.
What a great, as Johnny Gruden would say, boy, what a great day for football, man.
6 catches, 170 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
He's going to go 7 for 200 and have another touchdown.
Where he's able to kind of determine where to go, who to cover, what to let go, read the quarterback's eyes, all the instinctual stuff.
Knox lined up on the right side.
You're going to your speedsters now. Gabe Davis again, first down. No huddle. Say, Oh, you got the 2 timeouts, but yeah, no huddle here. 36 seconds, 35 and counting. They're lined up. They're ready. Next play, you take a timeout. If you get a big play. I smell something big coming here. Oh, man. Good coverage by Ward. 23 seconds now. I thought Allen was going to buy time and find somebody at the end zone.
I mean, this was a really risky throw at this point in the game right there. It's like, just throw that away. No one was open.
You could have called holding on either one of them.
Kansas City.
On Diggs or Ward.
Ingram's tired. He's going to the sideline.
23 seconds, Tony.
23 seconds to change your life, Josh Allen. 23 seconds, Patrick Mahomes to go to 4 straight AFC Championship games and send a message that it still goes through me.
And to affect thousands of lives in Western New York. Here it goes.
Sanders, it's caught, and there's a flag. Going to be interesting who this is on. Obviously, you'll take the timeout here after the flag.
It's on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, he's pretty good. 13 touchdowns, no
Pass interference defense. It's caught by Sanders anyway.
Now make it clear it's decline.
So he's asking if the clock stops here at the end. So what's going to happen is because of that penalty, they don't have to use a timeout.
The penalty stops the clock, so the Bills have 2 timeouts.
It's only big.
That's big Tom.
If you have 4 plays left, it's really close to 3 plays from here on out, Jim.
Could we possibly have 3 lead changes inside the last 2 minutes of a divisional playoff game? No.
They're at the Kansas City 19.
Maybe from the 19 in 17 seconds.
Touchdown. Got it. Touchdown. It's Gabe Davis.
Have it, Gabe Davis, yes.
The Chiefs are going to have like 5 seconds. It's 35-33, an extra point on the way.
201.
8 catches. I told you. He's going to get to 8, 201, and a touchdown.
They're going to talk. He's going to talk. He's going to talk. All of a sudden, Baker comes in.
Insane.
Communication, and all of a sudden, they're late. Getting all the way inside.
The Gabe Davis game.
That's why you get that leverage right there.
This will forever be known in Kansas City as the goddamn Gabe Davis game.
Couldn't get there. That's where
Extra point to go up by 3. 36-33 Buffalo with 13 seconds left. The Chiefs have 3 timeouts. 2 big plays, they get in field goal range. If I'm Buffalo, I'm kicking this short to make them have to run it and get time off the clock, obviously. But 2 big plays and or a big penalty, and the Chiefs can get in long field goal range. It's like Andy Reid's back in Philly again. I'm just kidding, Andreas. I'm kidding.
Buffalo.
God, if this goes
First
to
one there
overtime.
for Sean McDermott and for ice water in his veins now.
There's his father, Joel. And 38 total
The
members of
Bills.
family and friends on Team Allen. They closed down Farball. And
Ain't over yet. 13 seconds ain't much, but you just don't, you never know.
an all-time record
You never know.
has been set tonight. by
If I'm
Davis.
Kansas City, I'm going to have my 3 fastest guys back there in case they kick it short. You boot it through the end zone, you try to force a return to burn some seconds.
Yeah, you want to make it, I mean, honestly, you just don't want it to be a normal kickoff. You want to be just a little short.
A little short, make them return it.
Make sure to tackle. 'Cause if you,
Let it go.
I just wouldn't want to give Mahomes.
There you go. I think that's a mistake by Buffalo, just kicking it through the end zone like that.
Mahomes now has 2 plays.
2 plays.
Well, a team that has not won
The
a
timeouts
single
help.
game this year in games decided in one-score margins.
36-33. Like I said, Buffalo's not won a 1-score game all year. Butker's been shaky today, so.
Comebacks you'll ever see.
It's, I mean, this was literally a quarterback duel for the ages, and it took almost perfection
What's the deal? Timeout Buffalo.
Second
to win the
start timeout Buffalo.
Think about what both these quarterbacks did at the end of this game. I mean, they played efficient, great ball throughout, and then at the end they just came and they did everything perfect.
We're going to zip this one in here.
And you got to remember, this is a number 1 or 2-minute defense in the league.
Well, you're Mahomes, you're trying to do.
I know what the Chiefs need right now. 40-mile-an-hour wind gusts and Damian Harris in about 10 more minutes.
Tyreek Hill on a streak and say,
You can have from in his career.
and throwing 70
Chris
yards.
Jones, who shakes his head.
Thing is, they're going to pay it. You've got all the timeouts, so if they all go to him, you can get underneath and try to get a bunch of yards. There you go. Timeout. 7 seconds.
Have a chance to get Booker in field goal range here. Chiefs want
They've got 1 chance to get in field goal range. After this, it's Hail Mary if they don't get there.
19.
1 chance to get into field goal range now. They're down to 7 seconds.
Can Butker go?
Well, he missed a couple this way in warm-up.
If he gets within 60, I'm kicking it.
The extra point, the field goal as well in this game. And I saw him go up at the end of the third quarter and just visualize going this way.
They put 1 second back on the clock, so it's 8 seconds. That's a big deal.
You know, the 45, you give him an opportunity. He's got a huge leg. He's got one of the biggest legs in the NFL.
Another see, that's the great thing about having your timeouts here. You get another play like that, and maybe somebody misses.
Now this is interesting then. So let's say a 60-yarder.
Which is what I just pointed out. I'm like, if he gets to within a 60-yard field goal, I'm kicking it.
He owes it to him. He cost him 4 points.
Realistically, you got to get inside the 45.
Timeout Buffalo again.
And another timeout called by the Bills.
If I'm Butker, I'm feeling better now. So, okay, they can't ice me.
Here's one for Jay, our kicking specialist, Mr. Feely down there. With Butker, not necessarily, right or left, but how far could he get it there if he had to? Like if you took an extra second, your crow hop, all the good stuff. Could
Right.
he get it there from 60?
Remember
Could
Justin
he get
Tucker
there?
when he made that 66-yarder? He took a different approach. He gave
Yes.
himself a little bit more time, took a little extra jab step. If it's a long kick, I expect Harrison Butker to do the same thing. He could
Remember, the longer you take on the kick, the more likely it is to be blocked.
This one.
That's why longer field goals get blocked more frequently. You got to line drive it, basically.
To win it now. They need about 15 yards to have one of those long
I think they're
range
going to get just to the
Hail Mary
first down
kicks.
marker.
Gonna throw it right away right now to someone in the middle.
Kelsey's in field goal range. Timeout. 3 seconds. They were paying too much attention to Tyreek Hill.
I thought he held it too long.
Oh, my mother of fuck. We say this all the time. How does Travis Kelce get that open, and especially there? I'll call that the Tyreek Hill effect. I told you they were going to have just enough time to get there. I knew it. You shouldn't have kicked it through the end zone. You should have kicked it short and make them run it. 49-yarder. Come on, Butker. Come on, Butker.
This is insane.
I can't believe this fucking weekend. Every damn game.
Every game is going to end on a field goal.
Yeah. Here it is.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. Going to overtime. I told you it was going to happen.
13 seconds.
When they didn't kick the ball short, you gave them too much time. 3 timeouts. What a luxury with 13 seconds left. This is ridiculous.
To finish it full quarter like maybe ever. I mean, this is unbelievable back and forth. Big plays, smart plays. Oh.
Well, if Buffalo doesn't win this game, they're going to rue the fact that Mahomes had only 13 seconds starting at his own 25-yard line, and he was able to get all the way down to the 31 of the Bills against the number 1 defense, number 1 pass defense in the league.
Remember back in the day when it used to be like playing it safe, you know, like the protecting.
Boy, if you're Josh Allen, we've seen a couple.
This is outrageous.
2 touchdown drives.
You remember that, what was it, Broncos-Ravens
drives?
Yes.
Those 2 touchdown throws to Davis in the last 2
What, the Broncos Ravens went to double overtime. I don't think this game goes to double overtime. Somebody's going to score. Micah Hyde's down.
It's so hard, but here it is. Here's the play to Kelsey. Kelsey's going to go ahead and move himself inside, but watch. He's right here, so let's wait a sec. I'm going to circle these guys. Pause it right there. Well, you see, you have 4 rushers, and you should have only had 3.
We're going to start a new game. Each team is going to have 3 timeouts. All replay is upstairs.
We're going to start a new game.
We're going to play until we declare a winner. Buffalo, you're still the visiting team. What is your call? We have a coin, heads and tails. Tails. Tails is the call. Tails is
This
the
feels
call.
huge, right, with how good these offenses are?
Chiefs getting the ball.
Chiefs get the ball first.
Oh, boy.
All right, Kansas City will get it. When we start overtime.
I'm glad I'm a fan of neither one.
I'd be dying right now.
I would have died of a heart attack. Jesus. These games are insane.
Greatest weekend in football history is happening right now. Right before your very eyes. And the great thing is, Tom Brady ain't got nothing to do with it from here on out.
It was like each game got progressively better. You had Titans-Bengals and the 49ers-Packers and the Bucks-Rams, like, damn, and this.
And this is going to overtime.
Oh, my God.
I knew that was going to happen when they had the 3 time. Anybody with 13 seconds, well, your foot, they had 3 timeouts. I'm like, I got a chance. I knew it. I fucking knew it. The Clash is in 2 weeks. Yep. It sure is.
Oh, boy.
Right now, we're in the middle of the single greatest weekend of football in the history of my goddamn existence, possibly the entire world's existence. Every fucking game, and now we got this one going to overtime. Just ridiculous. I feel bad for anybody that's not watching this and that hasn't watched this weekend.
How many people cut it off with 13 seconds left?
Yeah. I guarantee some motherfuckers turn this game off with 13 seconds left.
Text everybody and said Bills are going to the championship.
Bills are going to the AFC Championship game. Not so fast. I wasn't done with it either. I was like,
This is that part where you're like, all right, they're going to kick it off. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick and come back, and you're like,
Andreas, the Bills are cursed, I'm pretty sure. How else would you lose 4 straight motherfucking Super Bowls? How do you get to 4 straight and lose them all? And the fucked up thing is, they should have won that first one. Missed field goal and then got blown out in the next 3 by Dallas twice and Washington. How? And because we're in the postseason, unlimited overtimes.
No coaches challenges. Chiefs to receive it.
Greatest weekend of football in history. I don't expect this one to go to double overtime. Somebody's going to score here. They're too explosive, and the Chiefs get the ball first. Mahomes finally gets the ball first in overtime in a playoff game. Oh, man. This is ridiculous. Niners, Robbie Gould kicking in a blizzard. Matt Gay. And Matthew Stafford. Stud Matthew Stafford played one of the best games of his career, despite his team's best efforts to give it away. Go to Edwards-Helaire. Gain of 4.
It just feels like these defenses can't stop it, right? It's like that coin toss, touchdown game. You get another one where a quarterback doesn't touch the ball.
There's Patrick's career overtime record, the postseason loss, one we referenced earlier, which was a first possession down the field win by Brady and the Patriots, 37-31. Second and 6.
Short over the middle to Pringle. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Edmonds in on the last 2 plays, and now it's going to be 3rd down.
Here's one for you. Let's say you have an incompletion.
3rd and 1.
I think that guy's got guts, though, right there, Andy Reid. I mean, this.
If it gets to 4th and 1 from here.
Last year against Cleveland,
Chad Henne came in.
Yep. Went for it on 4th and 2.
I was going to say, if they did it with Chad Henne, they'll do it with Mahomes. I think they get the first, but if they don't, I don't like this play call, but it works, and Kelsey's wide open again to the 44. Guess it works when somebody's wide open.
Call here just with the extra guy, Kelsey. Rolling left, you'll see 2 flat routes on the left, little whip routes, and Kelsey comes back. Andy Reid loves that on these 3rd and 4th and shorts. Roll the quarterback right to that side and give him multiple guys.
Are both of these defenses just gassed right now?
Oh my God.
They're dying on the field is what these defenses are doing.
It's like
It's crazy.
you just sprinted 100 yards over and over again. First down.
Edwards-Helaire. A yard and a half.
Can you see how tight he's holding that ball? Almost like
Clutch it with 200.
it's more like no one wants to be the guy who sends your team.
I wish the Rams would have paid more attention to that earlier today. Saved us a lot of trouble. Hold on to the fucking ball.
Twice he thought he won the game.
He totally thought with 13 seconds, right? You're like, there's no way we can't not win this game. And get your emotions back to getting ready to go back out there.
2nd and 8.
Screen to McKinnon. Got an army in front of him. They're in field goal range, but as you know, a field goal would not end it yet.
Well, Kelsey this time helps clear the way for 16.
That was sneaky, a high-level play. Watch Mahomes. He's about
You see Josh Allen's face, he knows. They're fucked. Without a turnover, they're fucked.
Kelsey.
McKinnon hadn't quite
And Josh Allen knows it. You can see it in his eyes.
was the difference there. Sneaky, high-level.
30 completions, 340 yards.
God, imagine your receiver going 8 for 204 touchdowns and losing.
First down.
Hill again. He shakes him off. Missed tackles, but there's Micah Hyde to clean it up. When you start missing Hill, you start counting how many guys are left in that secondary. 1, 2, 3, oh shit.
Look at that motion. So much fun to watch both these guys. You know what's funny? This might actually happen, Tim. Josh Allen has thrown 9 touchdowns in 2 games. The most ever in a postseason is 11 touchdowns. He has 9 in 2 games, and he might lose.
Easy. 2nd and 6.
Uh-oh. Nicole Hardman to the 10, out of bounds at the 8. 1st and goal, Kansas City.
I thought he was going to try and squirt right back in, but the confusion on the crossing routes.
26 yards. When they're inside the 10, and remember the game ends if Kansas City scores a touchdown.
Yeah, touchdown will end it. Like I said, without a turnover, Buffalo's fucked.
The perfect play call for the Chiefs, and here it is.
Game decided on a coin toss is kind of fucked up, but that's life. Don't let them score a touchdown. There it is. Touchdown. Chiefs win. Travis Kelce. Milano was covering him. He wasn't wide open like usual, but the Chiefs win. Oh.
Just remind everybody, don't give Pat Mahomes 13 seconds.
42-36, the Chiefs win. Just had a Mitchell Trubisky sighting over there on the sideline, highlight of the game. They got to review it, right? But it's pretty clearly a touchdown. What's the ref doing?
Did they have both feet down? We're just double checking. Oh my goodness.
Catch 1, 2. Yeah, that's a touchdown. Or,
I don't think it's over, Jim.
catch 1, 2.
I think there's a stutter step move that gets both down.
The ball might have moved too, so he gets both feet down there. But the ball,
is the ball moving?
I think it's a touchdown.
The field is pandemonium on the field. Here we go.
Stanford band, are they coming out now?
As long as that ball game, Chiefs win.
Yeah, Chiefs win. That's a touchdown. I understand they got to review it, though. I feel miserable for Josh Allen. Dude's a fucking stud.
4 straight home AFC
refs are walking off. It is official.
Touchdown, it's official. Chiefs win. Good call, 42-36. That was a quick review, but yeah, it was obvious.
One of the great divisional games of all time, and one of the biggest heartbreaks.
Nick Rock gets to continue talking shit. That's the only bad thing about this outcome.
It was over with 13 seconds to go.
You can't score in 13 seconds.
Nah, he had control. I was kind of hoping he didn't. I'd like to see a little more.
Last drive to be able to give up. You said
Hate to see a game like that end.
44 yards in 2 plays. Well, obviously, just weren't in a position to stop that.
Melvin Ingram's like, thank you for getting me out of Pittsburgh. Pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much in the AFC, it's all about Kansas City.
Trying to get his mind around the fact their season is over when they had it. They had it. Just seconds to go.
Cincinnati beat Kansas City 34-31. They kind of got a little lucky. But if it was that close, they can do it again. But I'm picking the Chiefs. NFC Championship game, I can't make up my mind on who's going to win the NFC. Tie the game up. You get the ball back with 13 seconds left.
We talk about a budding rivalry. We know how bad they wanted it after losing it here. We know how bad you guys wanted it after the way you started this season. How do you describe what we witnessed today?
No, I mean, we're going to play this team a lot of times in games like this. With that quarterback, with that coaching staff, and the players they have.
Gonna get a good Super Bowl no matter what happens, I think. 49ers, the only question mark is Garoppolo's just that bad, like you never know. But the Niners took it to the Chiefs last time for a lot of that game.
To be here against the Cincinnati, we wish you the best of luck in that game. We'll see you there.
Appreciate you.
And I know this will be a story. They did what they had to do.
Bengals, Chiefs, 49ers, Rams.
For 177 yards after the 2-minute warning. But in overtime, the Bills never got a chance. I know those are the rules. This was a story when New England did it 3 years ago here. That Mahomes, the way they were going up and down the field, they never had a chance with the football. It is the end of the season.
Pat Mahomes
It
threw
is the
for
playoffs. So the Bills never had a
177
chance.
yards just during the 2-minute
Perfect 2 weeks. Never got the ball. To have a chance, I agree with you, Jim. I think you're right. You called it in 18. You're saying it again. Coin flip.
Yeah, Sunday at 3. I'm just going to sit here gobsmacked in front of my television for a little while. That's insane. I think very highly of both of these organizations, quarterbacks, head coaches, everybody. Like, I love Mahomes and Andy Reid. I love Josh Allen. McDermott's a fucking great coach. Damn. Crazy weekend. I guess I'm going to get off here and hang out until time to go to sleep and get up and go sit at a desk tomorrow. So, good night, everybody. I'll see you. If I don't see you before then, I'll see you next Sunday at 3 o'clock.